fantastic festive period. Great Christmas followed up by a fantastic New Year. The lads are just getting set up. They'd love to be in the ground behind me, but unfortunately with COVID we can't do that. So this is the next best thing, making sure that they're getting the audio correct, getting comfortable, getting a drink, and make sure their video is spot on for you guys. So stay tuned to us, turn your TV down, join us and watch along. Get your interactive comments in the live chat as we bring you the live watch along. We'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled.
Hello everyone, how you doing? Is all right? First off, I have a killing sore throat, so apologies. I'm on smooth as lockets. I wish I was on the vodka, loads of water, but I hope it's all good. First game of the new year after coming off a positive, I nearly said defeat there, to the mindset. Positive draw against Liverpool. We have high-flying Leicester City. The teams have just been announced. We'll talk, as ever, more on the teams a little bit later. But you've got me until about 1:45, where I'm going to be joined by Adam, and then Carl's going to come in after 2 to take you all the way through the game with Adam. So in the build-up show, we're going to reflect on the Liverpool result. We'll hear from Bruce and Carl about the performance because it was positive. So want to start off positivity. We'll get fans' reactions, of course, as ever, of what they said about Liverpool. And it actually feels really nice. Got some positive comments in these fan reaction videos because they've all been kickoffs the last few weeks. And then we've got Brad, who's a Leicester fan. We're taking a small clip out of the preview when he's talking about Leicester's form. And of course, as ever, we'll be seeing your comments appear on screen. I think we'll jump straight to it. Let's jump to the lineups. We'll talk more about the lineups a little bit later. I've already seen some of your comments there in the build up there. To wing backs once again for Newcastle, of course, Darlow will keep his place. Yedlin, who had a fantastic game out against Liverpool, starts right wing back, and then the three centre backs: Fernandes, Shea, Fabian Shea for me was man of the match last time out. Kieran Clark and Matt Ritchie continues to keep his place at left wing back. A surprising Jamal Lewis is not even in the matchday squad at all. at all. So Richie there. Sean comes in for the suspended Isaac Hayes, so he'll play alongside his brother, who Matty's been brilliant the last couple of days. I am a little bit disappointed Joe Linton continues to keep his place. I thought he was... I know he's a scapegoat, but I don't think he was the best the other night. Callum Wilson, of course, scores goals for fun. And then we've got a strong bench of Dubravka, who's making his way back. Dummett, great to see him back, Paul Dummett. Andy Carroll. John Joe Shelby, a little bit surprising he doesn't start. Dwight Gale, who can't even get a start. Jeff Hendrick, Emil Kraft, Javier Manquillo, and Jacob Murphy. So that's your bench. Of course, I know you'll have your say on the comments as well. Let's take a look at Leicester. So they're going with Kasper Schmeichel. I know I said Peter there. You can tell I'm a little bit under the weather. Just did it right back. Fofana, who's impressed at centre-back, he'll play alongside Evans. Castagna, their new signing, he can play left or right, but he's playing left today. So it looks like they're going 4 at the back. And kind of like a 5 in midfield, maybe the number 10, Madison, perhaps. It looks like Ndidi and Tillemans will look like they'll be the 2 sitting. Madison will have the license to get forward, to create. I'd imagine Albrighton's on the right, Barnes on the left, or they might interchange and move around. And of course, Jamie Vardy, who loves a goal against Newcastle. So that is your lineups again. As I'll say, we'll talk more about them very, very shortly. So thank you very much for watching. We've got loads to come up later on, straight after kickoff, with Sam's quick thoughts. We've got the fan reaction show. Of course, we want you involved in that. We've got scoring the players and the last words. We've got tons and tons of fan coverage for you today. All right, let's crack on with it. Let's go back to a bit of positivity after the result against Liverpool. Here is Mr. Bruce.
Well, it just shows you the Premier League, doesn't it? West Brom defended very, very well and then get beat badly last night. That shows you how difficult the league is. But you know, the one thing you're going to have to do, of course, is defend well against them, because up the top end of the pitch they're very, very good. So it's what we can do at the other end as well. Can we then cause, on the counter-attack, can we cause them a few problems, and let's see what we can do. Well, look, I was trying to be as genuinely honest as I can, that for the last 3-4 years, we've been in the bottom half of the Premier League. So if you're in the bottom half of the Premier League, then the first thing you have to avoid, of course, is a relegation. Not that we want to talk about that, but so my remit from the off is always to keep Newcastle as a Premier League club and move forward as best we can. Now, we finished 12th, 13th last year. I also said, which has got lost, that we've got to try and can we get anywhere near the top 10? That would be, you know, that's what we're looking for. But, you know, they are the simple facts and the honest truths that where we are at the moment is where we are. Well, he brings us a goal threat. It's quite simple. I mean, he's had a great start to his Newcastle career, and we hope he can be a threat tonight. He gives us that natural goal scorer. He's not happy unless he scores a goal, and certainly in that respect, he's done very, very well.
So some of that was before the Liverpool game, some of that was afterwards. We'll put it all together. But in terms of that, Bruce was very happy with the performance. It was much, much more needed, because the lads were, well, let's face it, they've been underperforming practically all season, minus West Ham winning parts of the Burnley game, and every other game we've probably been second best in large periods. But yeah, we came away for positivity results. We're going to quickly hear from Carl as well, and he was buzzing after that.
Thank you very much, Lee. What a result. What a result. I've said in previous videos that we would get a point or some points from these next 3 games. Not through any sort of support of Steve Bruce, just that we're lucky and that we would get a point. That being said, there was no luck about tonight. I think he's set up well. The personnel that have played have done their jobs. DeAndre Yedlin was fantastic. Fabian Schär, fantastic. Matty Longstaff brought some excellent energy in the middle. You know, he kept their midfielders quiet. Isaac Hayden was brilliant. The whole back 4-5 were very good. Callum Wilson was making excellent runs. I don't think Joe Linton did anything wrong either. I thought he had some good passages of play, held the ball up well at times. Some of his passing was a bit astray, but you could say the same for a few people. We had a lot of chances tonight, some good chances that, you know, we could have taken and got a result here, but I'm not going to moan about that at all. We got a point against arguably the best side in the league. I'm going to give Steve Bruce credit where he's due. Call us fickle. I'm not bothered. Like we said, we're always fair here. If he needs criticising, he needs criticising. He's got it right tonight. We've got a point. Can't grumble. Happy days. We kick on into next year on a positive. Let's go and get a result at Leicester. Come on, the boys.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing the way Carl said that at the end. He's absolutely buzzing. Ryan Aldinho. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. I kind of think properly straight today. Nice to see some desire in the team. Yeah, great shout that. Totally agree. Ollie's obviously mentioned that Kieran Clark is very much underrated when he compared with Tyrone Mings. Ricky says Liverpool have been struggling a bit away from home when we play them, and Leicester are strong away. Yeah, Leicester have got a good record against us at St James's Park. I think it's something like 6 unbeaten. Someone correct me if I'm incorrect. I just remember them. The Florian Lejeune performance last season was all over the place, and then the League Cup game I was there as well. Yeah, put out in penalties. Crazy man Brandon's in the comments. I've got no idea which country he's in at the minute. I think he's in Czech Republic. Last time we checked, it was Slovakia. Pass. I really don't know. You might appear later on in watch long. Who knows as well. Nice to see you, Frankie, as well. And they destroyed us twice in the league last season. They did. Not many are keen on John Joe Shelby playing today, which is interesting. Afternoon, Jody Sancaster. Said it right. 2-1 win for the Mags. Yeah, we'll talk more about the lineups about Shelby when Adam comes in about 10-15 minutes. But we're going to go back and have a look at a few clips from the fans. Obviously, do the fan reaction show. If you haven't seen it after full time, get yourselves involved. You can have your say. And a lot more happier this week. Take a look at this. See you in a few minutes.
Defense, superb. Darlow, superb again. Not to mention DeAndre Yedlin, superb as well.
Exactly. Were you surprised that Steve Bruce went 5-4-1?
No, I mean, he's always going to go with against bigger clubs. He's been saying it for the past God knows how many times. He was always going to stick by his word. But it did well tonight. Did very well. Definitely not. And that's why I want to see this lad be given more of a chance. He deserves it. Because Sean has been underperforming for the past God knows how many games. Now time for Maddie to step in and have that chance now.
Happily surprised. If we could put this on the table every week in, week out, we wouldn't be that on Steve Bruce's back, I think. And it would make him so much easier for him. As long as we try, we don't care if we lose 4-5, 3-0. If we play this football, and I know for sure if we play this kind of football, we would definitely picking up points. So they still have to put in a graft, right? Massive respect to Schär, Yedlin, Darlow, and I would say Fernandes as well. Clark had a good chance for scoring, but defending-wise, I didn't see him that much, but he probably did his job. So, yeah, defensive-wise, it was great from our side.
I mean, mate, where do you start, mate? Like, performance-wise, who do you, like, single out and say that was the outstanding person? I mean, of course, there's going to be people out there who are going to pick out one particular person. I think it probably begins with Joe and ending in Linton. But even him, mate, I mean, everybody, like, to a teammate was, like, top-notch. I mean, the player ratings, mate, everyone should be getting an 8 or more.
No pressure for me later on.
No.
Glad I'm not on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it should be, mate. Everybody should get an 8. I mean, Darlow, yeah, will probably get 10. I mean, Schär probably will get 10. Fernandes will get 9.
Don't spoil it for the viewers, Daniel. Don't spoil it. We're trying to get people
Don't change the heading, scoring the players.
It is, but I mean, I think everybody's buzzing, isn't they? Because everyone was probably expecting like a Crystal Palace kind of result that Liverpool done against them, weren't they? And just to see the players kind of put in a performance like that, I mean, like, you still need that cutting edge up front for obviously Wilson and whoever. But in terms of everything else, you just can't fault it. And I know there's going to be haters out there for Bruce as well, but you got to give him credit. He said that keep it tight, which they have. And they did look a threat. If we had that cutting edge up front, we could have had Liverpool today.
No, that was a decent performance. I've got to give it credit where it's due. Still the same message though. Bruce out. It's just pending at the moment.
Why?
What do you mean why? I'm not letting one
Just got a point
game.
against the champions.
And don't get gas like that, Johnny. Calm down, bro. Calm down. What, you think we're going to go on a title-winning run now? Because we...
No, but you've got to give credit where credit's due, Fordy.
Yes, exactly. I give credit where it's due for that 90 minutes of football. But luckily for me, I've got a memory, and I remember the previous games where we've gotten beaten by teams that are not even in our league, teams that are below us, probably not even in the same spending power as us. So again, credit where it's due for today, but at the same time, not getting too hyped. People talking about Yellen should stay. Have you forgotten about the past 2-3 years where he's played absolutely shite? So don't get too gassed about that.
I didn't say
no, I'm just saying on Twitter.
He's got 6 months left on his deal. Do you keep him?
I'm just no. He still can go. He can still go. Where's he going? Turkey, America, one of them ones. Look, after the pandemic, you can stay in the tune for now. Keep safe and all the rest of it. Don't drop the transfer fee might actually go up a little bit, so it's done us a favor. But at the same time, shout out to you, Brandon. So miss you too, mate. It's all right, crazy guy. But at the same time, now he can go. But the only one saving grace is Carl Darlow. That man, that guy deserves an England call-up right now. I don't want to hear about no Jordan Pickford. I don't want to hear about no Hope Pope or whoever dope. I just want to see Carl Darlow in between the sticks with the next England game because he deserves it. Boy, he deserves it. Absolutely saved our asses tonight.
Yeah, the last couple of times I've come on, been very different, been very, unhappy about the result. But obviously today we can't moan about this result. It's a massive point. To be fair, it makes the Brentford result all the worse because if we played half as well there as we played tonight, we'd potentially be in a semi-final of a cup. But it's no point dwelling on the past. I suppose we must just look forward to the future. And I think it was a good result. I mean, if we can keep up this performance, if we can perform like this against Leicester, that would be fantastic. Yeah, 100%. And yes, Samuel JAS, I am from South Africa. Yes, we do have Newcastle fans in Africa. It's amazing, but we exist here. It was completely different performance. There's something about, I think historically we tend to raise our game against Liverpool. It's the actual Newcastle YouTube channel put out our best goals against Liverpool, and it's all games that we've actually gone on to win. So we do seem to raise our game against Liverpool. I don't know what it is when it comes to City, where we just kind of turtle against City, but a completely different performance attacking wise as well. Callum Wilson was very unlucky not to score. There was the one when he cut in from the left hand side, and it was a fraction away from a goal there. That would have been huge. I was convinced that one was going to be a goal, and I was basically already celebrating before the goal had even gone over. But yeah, anyway, I mean, it's very positive from that perspective to see that we have a little bit more attacking threat. Even the fact that ASM is out and Joe Linton somehow still gets a game. So even though we're playing with 10 men most games, it's still good to see that we can pose a threat even to a good team like Liverpool.
To an extent as well that Mane and Salah were pretty quiet, although Salah did have 2 goal opportunities. To talk about the first one-on-one, at first I thought he'd actually it was a disastrous miss by him for me at first, and then I realised they had a corner, and I was like, how have they got a corner out of this? It looked like he just put it wide and that. And then I looked at the replay. Wow, what a fingertip save by Darlow. I was astounded that he managed to get his hand to that. Astounded.
Unbelievable
save. Fantastic save. And I'm going to get on to Darlow later on as well. I'm going to get on to him.
Come on, then.
Or shall I do it now? Actually, let's not beat around the bush. I'll do it now. He's got to be in the England squad. In the squad, I would start him. I don't think he's quite there yet to start. But I agree he should be in ahead of Dinosaur, Arms and Pope.
I don't know who you're on about.
Definitely. Yeah. The 3 keepers for England should be him, Dean Henderson, and Alex McCarthy. in my
He's had a
opinion.
good
Those
season as
to be
well.
three keepers.
Oh, we were strong. I kept on noting that line was just a strong line throughout the game. No matter where we were, there was constantly 5 people in that straight line back there, and those 3 CBs definitely were strong. Like Fetty, Cher especially, and Clark, just nobody got past them, and it was great to see. And then you've got Yedlin, who was strong with his pace today. Can't cross worth shite, but has pace.
Yes, somebody agrees with me.
I think Kraft is a better crosser, but Yedlin's definitely the better defender. I don't know. I think Bruce is I think his numbers, like he's probably a great dude and stuff, but I think his time is up. I think he's proven what he can give, and unfortunately, I think his time is up. Regardless of what his result was today, he doesn't have the quality that a Premier League club needs.
So those were, those were the fans from the other night. As you can see, we get fans from all over the world: South Africa, Holland, USA, England, you name it. So do come on and have your say after the game at Full Time, the fan reaction show. Before we hear from a Leicester fan on how they think the return of Jose Perez, which he's on the bench, and also Callum Wilson. I'll just read some of your chat out. Adam is due to come on as well. And Hippie says, I predict 2 teams are going to be playing counter-attacking football. It might even be a good watch. It'd be nice to have Newcastle actually have a good watch, wouldn't it? It's been a long time. Liverpool was much better, but I still think there's loads more gears to go. Granted, and art Liverpool and are. We need to isolate Vardy in this game, able to have a chance. Yeah, he loves it over the top through balls, doesn't he? Lawrence, who will probably see you on the fan reaction show, says, surely this can't be any worse. Going to have to watch Perez and Chadwick get goals last season. Really set the tone for 2020. Jordy Sancaster got it right because I pronounced his name right this week. I don't even want to think about last season, says Thomas. Get physical on Vardy, give him hell. Well, you know what he's like, even though he's still, he's 33, he's still got pace for an older gentleman. I mean, he's still technically younger than me. So, and I feel old as out the day. Afternoon, lads. Tricky game, this one. I think maybe another decent performance. We're probably going to go down to 1. Matty's always had to start whether it was Sean or Shelby play next room. Sean and Shelby don't have enough energy to play together. Good point, Ollie. Kieran says it's going to be tough. Do well to get a draw today. Perez is 9, so I hope he doesn't score. Yeah, Ricky, he's actually on the bench. We'll talk more about the lineups. Sam's obviously on there as well when Adam is due in a couple of minutes. I'm not convinced Almiron, if he's on the right. It looks like he is. I don't like him there either, Jody. I just think he's a waste. Yes, he grafts, but maybe swap Joe Linton, put him on the right, but then you weaken Joe Linton, if I can say that. Is that right? Am I weakened Joe Linton? And not that he's already weak on wherever he plays. Almiron had a knock in confidence since he first started playing for us, Joseph. Yeah, a lot of people are saying he's not very happy. Kieran says 11th. And Callum also says, hopefully we can get 3 points today. Come on, the Magpies. Right. As my throat gets worse. We're going to hear from a Leicester fan, Brad, who was in the preview, talking all about the return of Jose Perez and also Callum Wilson.
I know Perez hasn't played where he particularly likes to play. When Newcastle fans told us the day we got him, he blows hot and cold. And I knew that from watching his performances. I feel like I'm probably more harsh on Perez than anybody. Maybe it was the expectations. I believe it was Rodgers' first signing he made when he brought him in. It was pretty instantaneous that he brought Perez in with him. And I probably think the weight of expectation for him, that at least when he blew hot, he'd be very hot, and it just hasn't clicked with him. And I know he's out wide, and I know that's not where he's preferred, but he must have known that before he joined us, and he's just not really, for me, he's not really delivered at a level of expectations that I'd like to see progressing. You know, it's all good being fancy and stepping overs, but the guy spends more time than Jack Grealish on the floor at times, which annoys the hell out of me. I don't like seeing it from anybody, and I know Maddison's another one, but I'd say if we've got a weakened area, I think by the amount of players we have and have tried in that area, I think our right side of the attack is where you could probably get downers and probably isolate Justin or Albrighton if he comes in. Because if we don't play Albrighton, Cengiz Under's been struck with niggles and injuries and hasn't really settled into the Premier League. Gray is the forgotten man that obviously wants out by club, as it's very well stated by player and manager. So we don't really have anyone there. And like you said, Ricardo's not fit, so it's not like I mean, he used to, when we had the injuries, used to shove up to right wing and play there ahead of him. So maybe that's an area you can try and maybe isolate Justin or Castagne. I mean, it's kind of like what people say about Vardy. It's easy saying it, but it's hard to do. But that's probably our weakest point on the pitch because we still haven't found a Mahrez replacement. That's where we're going to get the comparisons to, and that's unfortunate to whoever takes that position. But that's probably our weakest point going there because I think everywhere else we're pretty sound.
I think Callum Wilson has been a revelation at Newcastle, and I think he can do damage to your defence. From what you've seen of as you can see on your screen, the former Bournemouth man, Brad, what do you think of Callum Wilson? Is he a player that you would have liked at Leicester? Maybe is that second choice back in the summer? Do you think Newcastle have got a very good player on their hands here?
Yeah, I think you do. I mean, he reminds me of the strikers you had. Like I said, I mean, I'm only classed as a child in the footballing world at age 30 here. But the strikers I remember seeing in that era, he kind of reminds me of like a bustly forward. He's got pace behind him as well, which is a bit unusual for his size because he's quite powerful. From what I've seen of him, he's not afraid to get his shoulders in between defenders and do the card grab. And we was linked with him. It wasn't much of a link. There was only a few whispers that we were going in for him, and I would have welcomed him at Leicester. I think someone of his caliber and what he can do kind of reminds me of Jermaine Defoe, but he's got a bit more about him, a bit more meat on the bones to be probably more precise. I'd have taken him at Leicester. I think he's a good striker, and I think I don't know how old he is now, but I'd say if he's got a few more years in him, Newcastle will do well to keep hold of him before someone maybe like an Arsenal who are down there in that relegation scrap, winning 6-pointers at the moment. But, he could end up going there and solving their problems up front they've got. And you wouldn't blame him if he took that opportunity, no matter where they are in the league. He's a very good striker. I think you got 20 million. He cost you from Bournemouth. 20 million. Absolute bargain.
Yeah.
I'm selling Perez here on a January sale on a Black Friday sort of price, and you pay 20 million for Callum Wilson was an absolute steal. Yeah. I think he's brilliant, and I think he's the reason that you are where you are in the league. And I know 100%. That might not sound like much of a compliment, but you're probably a lot better off than where you would be without him.
And that was Brad, who was talking about the return of Jose Perez, who is on the bench today. So there was a crowd there. I would imagine he would be booed, but we're not allowed in stadiums for quite a while. But we've got Adam joining us in a second. And he also said, which was interesting, that Leicester, he feels Leicester are weak down their right-hand side. Me and the rest of the lads didn't really pick up on that. And obviously the Pereira, their right back's been injured for a while, and they've had a few people play there on the right-hand side in that right wing. So that might be an area, but that's up to Joe Linton. And have you really got confidence in Joe Linton to threaten it? Matt Ritchie, perhaps. Obviously, he's playing the wing-backs role, so maybe he may have a bit more license and might have a bit of joy down that side, potentially. But let's have a look at your comments before we bring Mr. Phillips in. Nearly missed the live feed. I hope you're doing well, Lee. I'm getting there. I'm hanging on with this sore throat. I'm just pleased I'm not doing all the watch long because I would have struggled. Thomas says, I don't understand Yedlin. He can't play West Brom, Leeds, Brentford, but can play well against Liverpool. Yeah, it's consistency. It is. Samuel JAS, our South African fella, want to see more positive mentality like last game. Don't want to be seen setting us back. Jonathan Young, who regularly commentates on with vids. Thanks, mate. Very tough game today. Will be tougher than the Liverpool one. Interesting. Lawrence says, we got good money for Perez, even though he wasn't so good in the first half of the season. ESM and Wilson didn't cost 30 million, but both are upgrades. Who was on the watch along today, Callum? Well, we've got Mr. Phillips. Mr. Adam is coming on in a second. Carl is taking over probably about 10 minutes before kick-off, roughly 10, 15 minutes normally when he comes in. Hi, lads. Can I just get this out there? What does Steve Bruce see in Joe Linton that every other fan in the country doesn't see? He starts every single game and he does nothing. I mean, nothing at all. Maybe he's got a clause in his contract. I couldn't answer that on that. Toon, says Arthur. I don't understand Yedlin. He's already said that, Thomas. Am I reading them out twice? Yeah, I'm not. Perez, however, if he wants to come back, I would have him as a backup striker over Carroll and Gale, of course. And typical Arsenal in form now that we played them twice is Ricky. Who's doing the fan reaction show? I haven't actually looked, to be honest with you. I haven't been with it the last couple of days, to be honest. Get on the show later and tell Callum yourself he'll make his day. It might be me who's doing it. I really don't know. I've lost track of who's doing what. If we lose today, but show the same intensity and heart like Liverpool, that's all we ask for. It's a fantastic point. Let's bring in Mr. Phillips. How are you doing, mate?
Yes, good afternoon, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm battling through with the sore throat to kill her, like.
It's me and Carl on the fan reaction, so you're off that one, don't worry.
Or I might be on scoring the players. That'll give me enough time to build the last word a little bit later. How's your week been?
I'm all right. Back to work tomorrow full time, so dreading that. But a couple of beers this afternoon. Watch this. I'm looking forward to it. So.
No, you're allowed today, aren't you? You're allowed today, aren't you?
I'm allowed today. I've got a newborn. If anyone's wondering, I'm a bit busy these days.
Yeah, Adam's not allowed on the late night ones. I'm winding him up about it because he's being told off. He's not allowed to stay up late. But yeah, what are you drinking, mate?
Moretti, a couple of Morettis today. Might need them after 20 minutes.
And how you missed the fun of Liverpool last time out? You probably thought, I'll give that one a miss. We'll get battered again. But we've done all right against Liverpool, though, didn't we, Adam?
Yeah, we did. It was a much better performance. Is it still the best we can do? Probably not. But afternoon, Geordie. It was much better. It was a valuable point. But we've got to take it into today. If we go and get beat 2 or 3-0 today and it goes back to the same usual performance, it means nothing really. I agree. I've seen a couple of comments before I came on. I think this will be a tougher test than Liverpool. I really do. So I think we've got our work cut out. I think Vardy, he scored 19 out of 20 last away games. These are unbeaten 6 or 7 up here. It's going to be a tough game.
And they like to play football as well, don't they? Another team who likes to keep it on the floor and play it. But then again, we've got to keep an eye out for them through balls as well. If you're watching, if you can like the video, that'd be fantastic. It does help us out. That'd be lovely. Thank you. And remember to keep your comments coming. We might not read them all out, but at least they will be shown on screen. So Adam's joined with, of course, we'll now take a look at the lineups. Let's have a look at the good old tune. If my system wants to work, it should be now. Right. Can you say that, Adam?
Yeah, I haven't had much chance to look at it. So yeah, I'd seen someone put it on quickly, but I didn't have a chance to look at how we line up. Or
I think the first thing, it's the same side, bar Sean Longstaff comes in for the suspended Isaac Hayden. What do you make of that?
I think it's starting to show you how much faith Steve Bruce has got in Shelby. Meant to be one of our main playmakers, influential at the club, big wages. Can't seem to get a sniff at the minute, which is fair enough because he is inconsistent. I'm not a massive fan of Matty and Sean together. I'll be completely honest. But hopefully they prove me wrong today. They both need big games. Matty's starting to come into a bit form. Sean's been completely out of it, to be fair. So yeah, it's a big position. So fingers crossed they nail it today.
It's probably going to be the biggest talking point in all the shows across the internet and TV. Sean coming in. Why are you not a big fan of those two?
Just don't think they complement each other very well. The games I've seen in the past, they've had the odd good game, but I just don't think they complement each other's game at times. But again, I'm happy to be proved wrong if they have a worldie today. It's more Sean I've got concerns over than Matty. I'll be honest. Hendrick, I'm glad to see him on the bench, but I thought Shelby would have started today with Matty.
Apparently, you look good in HD, says Sam.
I must be closer to the Wi-Fi router today.
Charlie asks, who's your favourite player so far this season, Adam?
It's got to be Callum Wilson for me, or Carl Darlow, but Wilson just edges it for me because I'm a fan of scoring goals and world-class saves, but they've both been excellent. They both should be knocking on Gareth Southgate's door for England. But I mean, who thought Carl Darlow would be playing as well as he has been for us? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Jody, sorry, Jody, apologies. Almiron's in for Jacob Murphy, so there's 2 changes there. Up the mags, we've just literally talked about Jordan there. So Jamal Lewis is literally missing from all of the match day squad. That's got to be a knock of some sort because he would have at least been on the bench because you've got 2 right backs on the bench now. So I'm sure Lewis would have been there. Do you think that's just down to injury, Adam?
Yeah, he's been involved with everyone. I know he's had a couple of dodgy games, but he certainly wouldn't like to think he's dropped from the squad. Unless Liam's had something to do with us, unless that's where Liam's been missing. He's been locked him in a house or something the last couple of days.
There's been a lot of abuse on Twitter the last few days with Newcastle fans. Maybe that's Liam just found it. Lewis instigating it. Shelvey isn't fit. Has Fraser made at the bench? No, he hasn't. He's out. Gregory. I keep forgetting because he's changed his name to Life Goals. Gregory. Also, where have you got that Moretti from, Adam?
Well, that's me dad on it. Was me. I've got our lass on me case. Me dad on me case. You on me case. No, that was a Christmas present. That was a Christmas present off me dad. So thank you very much.
Adam's voice is deep for having no balls. You might say Adam scream later if Newcastle do manage to put one in the back of my head. Let's hope we do say that. Almiron, do you think he's on the right? And what's your thoughts if he is, Adam?
You never know. Yeah, probably he is. I like Almiron, but I think Murphy's a bit unlucky not to play. Murphy needs a good run of games at the minute. And he's a bit in and out of the team. I think I trust Murphy a bit more than I do Almiron at the minute. So, but again, you know, he does need a good game.
He does. Almiron, I'm not so keen on him on the right hand side though. But look at the bench options. If we need a goal or we need to change the system or direction, what have you, you look at that and you've already talked about Shelvey. Maybe he can get on the ball if we need to attack goal from long. Carroll is another weapon that you could potentially use against Leicester's centre-backs. Gale, poor lad, can't even get a kick at the minute. I'm not so keen on Hendrick, Kraft, and Manquillo going forward. Murphy is an option. Probably say Murphy at some point. And then one of the strikers and possibly John Joe. But not the strongest of benches this week, is it?
No, it's not. And you're right about Dwight Gill. What's he got to do to get a start? He's got to be at full fitness now. You know, it's a few weeks since he scored the winner against West Brom now. It's 5 or 6 games ago. So he should be, you know, how many times has Joelinton had a chance? I'm assuming he's got Joelinton on the left today. But yeah, you know, Murphy I expect to come on. Probably Shelvey for Johnny and Sam's sake. Hopefully Kraft doesn't come on so they don't have an argument over that one.
And I was like,
but yeah.
he's better than him. Like that, and it's your player.
But let's give us some good video moments anyway. But no, it's I don't know. I think Leicester have got a bit more on the bench today as well in the starting 11.
Yeah, we'll take a look at Leicester's in a sec. Matt Ritchie, left wing back, continues there. I think if Lewis was fit, he might have come in. I'm expecting Lewis to be injured. That's why he's not even on the bench. No problems with Ritchie playing there, to be honest with you. But it's fantastic to see Paul Dummett on the bench again. Obviously, we thought his injury might be a little bit longer out. So he might be in recognition for the FA Cup game, potentially. The 3 centre-backs who were all outstanding against Liverpool. Fabian Schär, for me, is the pick of the 3. For me, the other 2, Clark and Fernandez, are always normally steady. Fabian Schär, if you need to keep his place in this lineup, Adam has to keep performing, because I think when the captain's back, he'll come straight back in, if not.
Yeah, I think every Newcastle fan will agree he's underperformed since Rafa Benitez left. He just hasn't set himself them standards. He's been making mistakes. His body language hasn't signalled he wanted to be here, and he was right back at his best on Boxing Day against Liverpool. So it was good to see. He is out of contract in 6 months. Hopefully, he's not just putting a bit extra effort in to get some attention from other clubs. Hopefully he's trying to earn a new deal here. But yeah, they're the first free choice centre backs. Lascelles is nowhere near first choice anymore. I know he's out injured at the minute, or he's out with COVID, but he's really going to struggle to get back into this team.
I think he'll come straight back in just because he's captain. I think that's wrong.
Probably, but as you say, it's wrong.
I think it is wrong. I think you've got to earn your right. DeAndre Yedlin, who now seems to be nailed on this right back / right wing back position. Obviously, his best game in a long, long while against Liverpool. Outstanding he was. Are you happy with him continuing to play there?
It's another funny one. He's out of contract, in May, and you'll be free to speak to other clubs soon. You want people who are committed. The club either don't want to give him a new deal or he doesn't want to sign one. Manquillo just signed a 5 or 6 year deal not too long back. If he keeps performing, that's fine as long as he's doing it for the right reasons again and not just trying to engineer a move. I don't think it's long before Yedlin gets found out again. These use a lot of wit for Leicester, so he's got to be on his best today. I think he could have a poor game today. I've just got this feeling our fullbacks could get exploited a bit today.
Yeah, we'll have a look at Leicester's team in a minute. And again, Darlow, brilliant man of the match for a lot of people. Not for me, I think Fabian Schär was, but I'm not going to disagree with them people because he's been absolutely brilliant. And when the England call-ups get announced, I think it's late February, if I'm right in saying Wilson and Darlow need to be at least in that squad. But where do you stand on the whole goalkeeper debate? Because Dubravka will probably play against Arsenal in the FA Cup. Do you stick with Darlow for you?
You've got to really. We've had this debate, and a lot of the shows. Initially, a few months ago, I said, Dubravka's got to come back and he's our best keeper. But Karl Darlow's proved everyone wrong. That save from Mohamed Salah against Liverpool, it was literally. I thought Salah's missed the target initially until you watch it back. It is an absolutely world-class save, and he's making them game in, game out. He's going to have another busy day today. But Dubravka, he's going to want to play. Both of them are going to want to play number one now. So that's, credit to Steve Bruce for sticking to Darlow. I think he's made the right call in this instance. But, hopefully Darlow can stay fit and he'll keep Dubravka on the bench.
It's a great competition, isn't it? I put it on socials last night. I think Wilson's more important than Darlow because you can replace Darlow with Dubravka. And you can't replace Wilson if he gets injured. We're screwed. We've got any goals. Yeah. Game maybe chip in with a few, but not the same level.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, no, I got slated on Instagram for that. I was like, well, listen to the argument. If Darlow's injured, we'll have a world-class goalkeeper sitting there ready to come straight back in.
Yeah. You'd be disappointed for Darlow, but you wouldn't go, fucking hell, Dubravka's got to come in. You know what I mean? You were spot on with what you meant.
Yeah, and Darlow for me stays in goal for me. He deserves it on form. That's the tune. Before we take a look at Leicester, how do you see you're setting up? Do you think it'll be similar to Liverpool? You've got to look at how, because we were the first 15-20 minutes were high press, and then as the game went on, we're dropping back. But we did have a lot more chances in that first 15-20 minutes against Liverpool than the rest of the game. Do you see it kind of same mold, or do you see it the case where you have it, Leicester, you have the ball, we'll sit?
I think it'll be the same, but I do think Leicester will have more of the ball. It's got to be a high press against them. I don't want to sit and watch Leicester play football for 90 minutes. So hopefully they take the same attitude. I'm hoping the players have a bit more self-belief. It's up to the manager to get a bit of belief out of them. Hopefully that point against Liverpool did, that you can actually compete. And even if we go and lose the game, but we still have the same intensity, the same competitiveness, create a couple of chances, most fans will go, well, at least we can see, there's someone trying to change. It's not just the same usual defensive rubbish we used to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at Leicester City as lineup as well. I've knocked it off for some reason, but we'll have a little look and see what they've gone with their fancy graphics, with their lineups as well. What do you make of Ayoze Perez being on the bench?
I think that, I was expected. He's not really featuring for them much. He's usually coming off the bench. He's nicking the odd goal here and there, but I was on Leicester fan channel through the week doing a preview with them. Yeah. And they seem to have the exact same frustrations where he did when he was at Newcastle. They can't seem to find his best position. Chris was telling us to play him a lot more as a left winger. We've watched Perez for years. He's not a left winger, so I think Brendan Rodgers is struggling to see where he'll play. Would you play him ahead of Vardy? Of course you wouldn't. Harvey Barnes, no, you wouldn't. Madison, you wouldn't. So he's just struggling. And I think the pressure's on him a bit more because they overpaid for him. He was never a £30 million player. They probably paid double what he was worth. So that's why he's under a bit of pressure at Leicester at the minute, I think.
Yeah, I got stick for saying that Perez will go for 30-odd million. When we're doing a few of the videos before the end of the season, just before he was sold, and it goes to show when he talks, and the trigger clause was in, and it was his decision to leave, and he has been flirting a little bit with Newcastle fans the last couple of weeks on Twitter. Let's have a look at Leicester, because that for me is still a very strong side. You've got Schmeichel, Justin Fofana, Evans, Castagne, and Didi, Tielemans, Madison, Albrighton, Barnes, and Vardy. Who are the ones that were jumping out at you, Adam?
Well, except take Jamie Vardy out of it because obviously he's world class. Jamie Vardy, Tielemans is a great player. Harvey Barnes, Madison, they've got just some great footballers. Looking at the defence, I'd like to think if we can get players around Callum Wilson, we can cause them problems, and that's the thing. If Wilson's isolated, we're not going to get near them. But if we start just getting the odd play around him on the second balls, we could nick a couple of goals against them, because that's probably the weakest area of Leicester's team, the defence. You know, Albrighton, he's been on the scene for years. Ultimate Pro, you know, they've still got a few of the lads who won the league with him. I'm pretty envious of how Leicester go about the business. You know, how they run the club, and you know, the players they bought.
Yeah, they got a new training ground and everything. Ambition. Their substitutes are Ward, Soyuncu. Soyuncu was class last season. He can't even get on the side. Amarty, Thomas, Mendy, Dennis Pryat, under the Turkish winger Perez and Iheanacho as well. So they have a couple of options there, but it is a very, very strong Leicester side. I think that's the strongest side that they've gone with. To be honest with you, Jamie Vardy, how do you stop him? Because he's got a mixture of two. For me, when I watch Vardy, it's obviously the over the top ball, through ball. So you might say Newcastle's defense play very deep, but also he's become more and more as he's getting older, a bit of a fox in the box now.
Yeah,
how we're stopping him? For me, it's the supply, surely, from out wide.
Yeah, he's difficult to man mark because he's all over the place. You know, for me, he's the best English centre forward in the country. He's better than Harry Kane for me at the minute. He's
That's
just consistent. But he consistently scores goals for years. You know, he's done it the right way. He's come through the bottom leagues. But you're right. We've got to stop the supply to him. We've got to stop them through balls. Matty and Sean have got, and Tillemans he can pick a pass. They've got to be on him. Don't give them a second in midfield. You know, I think Shaw Fernandez and Clark, they should be well drilled on Jamie Vardy. It's not like he's an unknown. They should have been drilled on how to mark him. So hopefully we can get it right. But he's got a great record up here. Jamie Vardy.
Loves a goal
He loves
again.
winding the
And Sheffield lad, isn't he? Sheffield United fan. Sheffield Wednesday fan, sorry, he'll kill us for saying that. Old Brighton, who will pick up the ball, you'll whip it in. That's his first instant. Barnes is going to run at you as well. Probably think he's on the left, so that'll be up against Yedlin, you would think. The creativity, they've got plenty in Tielemans and Maddison. Who's the better footballer?
Maddison, better footballer, sorry, probably Tielemans. But again, you're spoiled for choice, really. Was it this time last year? A couple of, we played Leicester. Maddison scored that worldie from outside the box.
That's when Lejeune just gave him a big, nice assist.
Aye. They've got loads. They've got loads of quality. But you know, Maddison, he's a dangerous player. Another one who, you know, he's starting to get in the England team now as well. I think Leicester will be disappointed if they don't pick up 3 points a day.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed with Tielemans as well. Had a great game. Scored against England as well, not so long ago. Maddison, obviously very dangerous from set pieces, kind of in the same mould as how he delivers them as Ward-Prowse from Southampton. Very similar kind of mould. Creativity. Goes down if you touch a mind, a bit like Zaha. Goes down like a fairy. And then Tielemans as well, who will a great creative midfielder. He can also do a job of sitting in a lot of teams are after him. Man United wanted to purchase him not so long ago. Ndidi is the one who's probably going to stop, our attack. I say that lightly. He probably had the freedom to attack himself. A couple of comments saying that Castagne is their weak link at left back, but we heard from Brad earlier down that right hand side, they're not very strong, which I think will be the young lad Justin and Old Brighton. Is that the weakness defensively? The fullbacks for you, Adam? You just touched upon there that Leicester's weakest area is the defence.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Chris during the week on the Leicester channel, and I think that Justin did the buy him from a championship team, or they got him.
You're right.
And he didn't pick him out as a weak link. He just said, you know, he's a young lad. But yeah, are we going to use Whit for attack their fullbacks? I can't see it. I just think that the tactics today are probably likely to get the ball as quick as we can up to Wilson to hold up and get people around him. Or Matt Ritchie could be getting early crosses into the box. You know, put them under pressure. Set pieces we've got to be nailed on today. Got to get that ball in the 6-yard off corners, attack it. But yeah, Leicester's defence. You know, if we can get people around Wilson, we should cause them some problems at least.
Yeah, you look at those two centre backs. Johnny Evans has been around the block for a long time now, hasn't got any pace around him, but Fofana's completely the opposite way he has. Do you think it'll be Fofana who'll pick up Wilson?
Yeah, they've got good balance, as you say, all over the squad. I picked up on it again, but Chris, they've got great balance in the squad, and that's what Brendan Rodgers brings as a manager. He's known where to buy. You know, if Johnny Evans is lacking that bit of pace, he has a pacey centre half in next to him. Yeah, so I say we've got to be top of our game to win today.
Do you see Leicester dominating possession? I mean, that's the case with every team. But do you think it'll be so easy for them? Do you think it'll be them who will? The pressure's on them more than us because they're the ones that are chasing a top 4 position.
Yeah, they've drawn 3 in a row as well. So they're not like on a winning run. It was this time last year that the wheels fell off them a bit, and Brendan Rodgers is under a bit of pressure from the fans to maybe deliver Champions League football. They're in the Europa League now, but the one Champions League really, and to keep the big players, they're going to have to get it this year. As I say, I think a lot of Fox's fans will be disappointed if they don't come away from St James with 3 points today.
Yeah, let's hope we get a nice little run out because it's 6 games without any wins for Newcastle, despite the good performance against Liverpool as well. We want to get your score predictions. Carl is with us he's got some fancy new graphics to show off here. I bet he's dying to come on because I can see his little ticker happening at the bottom. Before I pass you over to Carl, I want your score predictions off everybody at home. Now's the time. You've got a few minutes before kick-off. Fire them, keep them going. I can't even spell predictions on that graphic correctly.
Say how many people know you're missing the T out of it.
I know I missed the T out of the predictions because I've got 2 graphics. I've uploaded the wrong one. So ignore that, missed the T out. But score predictions, what you going with, Adam?
I'm going to go 1-1, mate. I do think we'll concede. I can't see us keeping consecutive clean sheets. That sounds too good to be true for us. But I think we should get a goal. So I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping for a 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go a score draw as well. I think we'll not win. I think I'll stretch to 7 games without a win, but I think it'll still be a positive result against Leicester. I'm going to hand you across to Carl, who's now in the show. Have a good show, lads, and I'll see you after full time for all the videos.
Cheers, Lee.
Chap.
Oh, where you at?
Huh?
You looks like you're sat in the galley yet.
I wish I was, mate. That's why I've done it. Thanks, Lee. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, just thought I'd try something different, see what everyone thinks. But yeah, how you feeling, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good New Year, and that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm quite confident that we could get a point here. To be fair, don't know about you.
I don't know. That's us in 10 minutes. You know what we're like. I think it's a tougher game than Liverpool for me. I'm a big fan of Leicester, and how they play football. So, hopefully we need a positive result as well. I think we're starting to get desperate for 3 points. Sheffield United coming up next. It doesn't make it. It makes us that bit extra nervous that Sheffield United can turn us over if we don't win today. So
definitely. Yeah, I've seen Leicester have made quite a few changes, haven't they? I don't know what their squad was looking like previously.
Yeah, they've made chop and change. Vardy was on the bench last time, so he's pretty much put his full strength team out today. Yeah. Brendan Rodgers, so he knows this is 3 points waiting for them if they play right. But hopefully they're a bit complacent. Hopefully we be on it, on the mistakes, set pieces. So it's good to see Perez not playing. It's like him coming back what we did last year. So. Yeah,
definitely. Afternoon, Geordie. Good to see you, mate. Appreciate that. I thought I'd try and give us all a little bit of nostalgia. I was going to get some crowd sounds and stuff in, but I might do that next time. I don't know if we'll get copyright strike for it. So
probably.
Yeah. 3-0 to Leicester. 3-0 to the Toon. First goal, 4 minutes in. What from us? I hope so. Definitely. 3-0. I'm feeling good. Say that again, mate.
Hopefully we're watching after 4 minutes then.
Yeah, definitely. I might be a little bit behind here. I don't know, to be fair. I'm having to stream it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, how was your New Year, mate?
Yeah, it was all right, mate. It's just a quiet one, to be honest. Yeah. Not really anything we can do, is there? So.
No, definitely not. Carl's like, well, John Motson today. Something like that, mate. Hoping for a Darlow Man match again. Absolutely. 2-1 Leicester, 2-1 Wilson Brace. I can definitely see him scoring today. Definitely see him getting a goal today.
Yeah. I mean, the two long slaps in the middle need to have a good game. Players taking the knee there, so we're about to kick off. Don't know if you're up that far yet, but
No, mate. Can you just let me know when we're at kickoff exactly?
Now, literally now.
Okay.
Just kicked off. So if you might have to refresh or something, or
That's fine. Just got me little timer in the corner, and all lads, so you all know where we're at.
I'm here with me.
Hopefully
All
it's
right, tell you, we're going places now. We'll have our own studio in a few weeks.
I know, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be a
We
little
sit
bit
watching my
behind.
living room. Now you've got the time pretty much spot on, I.
Cool. No, it's
How do you?
not sheepskin, mate. It's not. I wish it was. I wish it was.
We'd let him know if he was wearing sheepskin. We'd never let him hear the end of it. How do you feel about Matty and Sean starting
I'm
together?
interested, mate. I'm obviously really happy that Matt is starting again. I'm interested to see if it picks Sean's game up. Definitely.
Yeah, it needs to. I mean, I'm surprised. Well, I'm not so much surprised, but Shelby on the bench again. I think it's starting to show how much Steve Bruce has perhaps gotten him.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
That's better.
Brandon or
We are
anyone
pressed.
coming on today?
I think Brandon's lost in the mountains somewhere.
Oh,
and we're just getting Liam back. Liam's been missing for a few days, so I don't know. Liam, I don't know what Liam's doing today. Sam's probably at work.
Yeah, I can imagine he is actually. Yeah.
Oh, it won't be actually. They shut down. We'll be shut down.
Oh, you're in tier 4, aren't we?
Your prediction? You got a prediction or?
I think 1-1. 1-1.
Yeah, I've gone 1-1. I think it's a sensible one for us. I think you're very, very optimistic if we think we're going to win, but you never know. Carl frozen?
No, sorry,
Oh, no,
mate.
yeah.
It was just who else is playing today?
For us?
No, game wise.
Oh. Madison's just had a strike there, just gone wide. Seems I don't know how close it was. It seemed. I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. To be fair, I haven't really took much notice.
2-2 Wilson Penn. Ben, good to have you back, mate. Adam, whose shirt is that hanging behind you?
It's a signed shirt of Alan Shearer. Our lass got it signed for us for my 30th birthday last year. But she didn't know he actually never played in that top, nor did I.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So it's the wrong shirt, but I still got it there. Still got it framed and hung up. It's not allowed to stay in the living room. I'll be honest. I'll get wrong if she comes in. It's up, but
love it.
I'll put it up for match day just for look. When after my 30th birthday, I went to Vegas and I got like a signed video message off him and everything. She went through his agent, and he sent us like a personalised message. I was like a kid at Christmas.
That's class.
Oh, get out, man! How? And there's Callum Wilson got the ball in our 18-yard box, so that just shows you at the minute.
Not the start we had at Liverpool, then.
No, I mean, I said Liverpool. West Brom got a point against Liverpool, so I would have been disappointed if we had, getting what we did. Really. I'm glad to see the wheels seem to be falling off of Sam Allardyce. Like, great to see.
Yeah. Did we had many Leicester fans in earlier on?
No, not a lot. No, I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Come on.
Was that Harvey Barnes for that chance?
Yeah, he's starting now. I know it was Madison with a shot. Sorry,
Madison, wasn't it? Yeah, Madison.
has that just happened for you? Was it?
I'm a little bit behind, mate. I'm about a minute behind, I think. I'm gonna have
So you
to.
must be, might be a minute and a half behind actually. It was quite a big goal that.
Do you think Les Ferdinand was better for you or QPR? For us personally.
Yeah, definitely. He was great everywhere he went. To be fair, Les. So
I'm pretty sure he set some Premier League records at Newcastle. I'm pretty sure he did.
he was on fire.
Oh,
Him and Shearer's first year. Him and Shearer were on fire. But even when he left and he went to Tottenham, he was brilliant. At QPR, he was brilliant. I'd love him back at our places, like director of football or someone who gets the club.
Yeah, definitely. Which Longstaff is your favourite? Mine's Matty.
Yeah, the same. I think he's starting to bring a bit more to the team, to be honest.
Definitely. Really hope you'll win as a Tottenham fan. Appreciate that, mate.
Good result for Tottenham yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was indeed.
I just took my captaincy off Harry Kane and all the fantasy football. He's been doing now.
What I tend to do is start off really well and then get to this point and just forget about it. To be honest, mate.
To be fair, like I was top of our the football clubs league for quite a while now. I'm about 13th. Just can't pick up any points anyway. Well, nearly 7 minutes gone, and it's not a lot happened really. Leicester come closer. One good shot from Madison outside the box, but mostly Leicester in possession. We seem to be playing quite direct.
Yeah. Big Joe's looked a lot better with Wilson alongside him. He has. He's definitely been a better player. Playing them two together. Bruce said Shelby wasn't fit enough to start. Well, he's had groin surgery, hasn't he, or something?
Yeah, he started him a few weeks ago, didn't he, against West Brom, perhaps, or who do we have after Fulham? Was it Fulham he started? He wasn't great. He didn't look himself. And so he's been on the bench ever since, really.
Yeah. I know other clubs banter Joe Linton, but what's your honest opinion about him? I think there is a player in there, and I think he has been better since Callum Wilson's been alongside him. He's just not a striker. I think everyone's still. I think even himself's still trying to understand where his best position is. To be honest, what's your thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I mean, he's just not very good. He is a bit better with someone alongside him, but go on, get on the edge of that. But God, he's had how many chances? He wasn't. Ref's being generous there. Richie whipping balls in early there. Got a decent ball in the box, a bit high. The refs seem to have given them a bit of a soft foul there, so they get to regroup. So,
From a Tottenham fan, wanted Newcastle to win to stop the LCFC streak. Appreciate that, mate. I agree with you, Adam, about Sellers, but can see it. Everyone with Mike Ashley in charge, yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm also mean when Mike Ashley leaves. To be honest, if we restructure the club and we have a proper director of football, someone like him, or someone who's been there and played for the club, be brilliant to liaise with the manager, get the right players in. Les Ferdinand, he's doing well at QPR.
Yeah.
You're saying how we, nurtured that lad who's at QPR. Who's at Palace now? Is it Ezzy? Oh, they're in here. Jamie Vardy's in. It's back to Tillemans. The fucking hell, the ball's that right up. Offside given anyway, but Jamie Vardy was through 1-on-1. He squared it to Madison, who then squared it to Tillemans. And they just messed it up, but Vardy seemed offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. Yeah, but they should have put that in the back of the net. 3 of them have had the chance.
Yeah. Bandstar, good to have you back, mate. It's a bit of a better time for you now. What's it, about 10, 11 o'clock at night, something like that, rather than 4 o'clock in the morning? Hoping we can get
Still,
Jetra in this window. Definitely.
yeah, it seems like a no-brainer, that one. No
Yeah,
doubt
it
we'll
does,
wait till
doesn't
the
it?
last bloody minute of the transfer window or so.
Still only 23. I think he provides a decent holder play. Still needs that finishing touch, but he shows a glimpse of class here. I agree. I do agree personally. I know a lot of people don't.
I mean, you do forget. That's a good point. You do forget his age at times. You know, it wasn't him who chose to be 40 million. You do forget he is still a young lad. Go on, get it wide. Oh, referee, man, you clown. Get out of the way.
Good man. Well, I hope
Never
you've
seen.
had a good day, Bandstar, and weekend and New Year. You can watch this one and not be so tired. Yeah, what was you saying, Adam? Sorry.
No, we just had a good chance to get the ball out wide there. The ref got in the way, so it's shame me. I've never seen this ref before.
Who is it?
I don't know. First time I've seen his face. Go on. Oh. Again, direct ball over the top. Wilson just little touch, he didn't get his touch on the ball. Just goes up a goal kick. Lashing down here. How long did it take you to create your graphic?
Longer than I expected. To be fair, I've been doing it all morning. Like I was doing a bit last night, messed about, and then from about 11 o'clock till up until right before the game. So a good 3 hours. Just
Well, you want to
making
say a
sure
few
everything
weeks.
works.
No, there's Vardy in again. He's on side here as well. Jamie Vardy, empty open goal, 1-0 Leicester. Absolutely terrible line by Newcastle. Well, to be fair, oh no, hang on, the flag's gone up.
Has it?
He didn't look offside. Very tight. Very tight. Too easy. We know what Vardy's like, but no, sorry, it's not close. He's a foot mile offside, to be fair. So,
oh, okay.
It is offside. Good. It was a great finish by him as well. Apologies to the free centre halves I was slagging on. It was a great line, actually. It just looked. You know what it's like live. Sorry to you, but live it looked like he'd run straight through them.
Yeah.
But he's that freaking fast. But it was a good line actually. So, but that's twice he's getting in now. Yes, it's offside, but it's a sign, you know, of how they're trying to play. We've you know, so far so good. We've dealt with that.
Interesting question. Which ex-Newcastle player would you take back that's still playing football?
Oh God, I have to give us 30 seconds to think about that one. Trying to think who's still out there. I wouldn't have the likes of Perez and Sissoko. Yeah, they're like the easy ones to think off the top of my head. I wouldn't have them back. It's better at the age now, or like if it was in the prime, you know. I mean, who's out there now? Who's doing well? Who used to play for us?
For me, it'd just be like the likes of like Mbabo and Tavernier, mate, at fullback.
Who was the lad who we sold to Sociedad? Was it Sociedad?
Oh,
Marino.
Miguel
Marino. I thought I'd like
yeah.
maybe, you know, he's gone well, done well in Spain. Maybe he's into shout. It would have been like to see him have a few more years.
Definitely. Still 0-0, mate. Yes. Can't allow these through balls. More pressure on the midfield. Absolutely. All of them apart from Colbeck. Leicester City, my favourite club. Rondon. Yeah, forgot about Rondon, to be fair. Newcastle relegation battle. Maybe. Wouldn't put it past us.
No, there's still time. As I said this before, we don't start getting results. It'll come because we're only 8 or 9 points off it now.
Who's coming in and putting Klopp out? Don't be daft. What's his name? French right winger. Tovan, yeah, he went and done well again in the French league, to be fair.
If it was anyone, though, I'd love like prime Demba Ba back. I know he's like past it now, but Demba Ba in his prime was brilliant to watch.
If we had the money, that's a very good one as well. You forget about him because I don't think we'd get him back. But Wijnaldum, if you had the money.
No, that's a good question. I said that you forget there's a few players out there who've gone on to success. You know, Wijnaldum's gone on to win the Premier League and the Champions League. You can't fault players for leaving to do that. Whereas, Jose Perez has gone to sit on Leicester's bench. So
Yeah.
He's just got too much time.
He's just giving you a bit of banter, mate. It's nothing personal. Just because it's a Newcastle watch along, everyone's welcome. You think Gerrard would come to Newcastle if offered a job? Ben, I absolutely love him, but
Did you watch him?
I don't know.
Did you watch Gerrard yesterday?
No,
he is like proper competitive manager. He's just, he's done it as a player, but like at the end of the game, they're just beaten. He's got a bit of class about him as well as a manager. I love that. You know, he's not running around like an idiot when they scored in the Old Firm or win it. He's just a professional, and like after the game, he's still criticising his own team a bit, how they didn't play well. I just love that.
Yeah.
I think Gerrard will go on to be one of the great managers. Like, hopefully, he doesn't just have to do it at Liverpool though.
Cisse 2012, 13 goals in 14 games. Yeah, he was on fire that season. Absolutely on fire. Kevin and Babu. I agree with you, Craig. He was the first out of my mouth, mate. Definitely have him back 100%. Would you take Mitrovic back from Fulham? Not now, I don't think. In the past, I would have.
I was never a fan when he was here, to be honest.
Was you not?
No, I was never a fan when he was here.
Fair enough. Kabay in his prime.
This referee's getting in the way again. Fucking hell, man. Get away from the fucking plate. He's standing fucking 5 yards from like the plate every time. An idiot.
Do you remember Bar's return with Chelsea and Kolo smashed his nose in?
Oh, he came back on with like a big mask on, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember the one where Enrique and Carroll were at Liverpool. We'd sold them at Liverpool, and Enrique had to go and goal. That was a fucking class day, that.
Clark has been class. Yeah, he's been excellent. We need a good signing in at Leicester. Anyone in mind, Dishank? Who would you want at Leicester? You've got some decent players. Tielemans class. Would you take Mitrovic back from a... No, mate. Adam wouldn't. I wouldn't right now. Previously, I would have. Bring Shearer back if only. Referee, absolute garbage.
I don't think he's made any decisions wrong, but that's, you usually see a referee get caught up and play once a game, maybe. He's been twice in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's too close to the player. Like, come on, we've got numbers forward here. Come on. Go on, Miggy. Go on, good ball. Get in the box. Go on. Oh, just didn't seem to drop there. Back out wide, cross in. Oh, Jolinton does well to get his head on the ball there. Straight at Schmeichel, but good to see him getting his head in there. Mighty long stuff.
I forgot about that. Who crossed the ball in? Sorry, mate.
I think it might have been Shaw was on the centre half that came out to put a cross in. They were tight to Jolinton to credit them. He got a head in it, but it went straight to Schmeichel. There wasn't much power on it. But it's good to see him getting his head in there.
Yeah.
It was, positive play, positive going forward.
What minute are you on, mate?
18:42. So it's literally what your clock's saying in the top left.
Okay. Well, this one's not as far behind as the other one.
Leicester have got a corner now. They broke forward. James Maddison's about to whip it in. It's awful seeing the stadium empty. Should be fucking there. Oh, fucking hell, goes to everyone. Ball back in.
Frankie. Do you think you are in a relegation battle? Not yet, but we can definitely get dragged into it, mate. 100%.
Great ball by him. Missed who played it, but Schmeichel's playing at the halfway line, really. Just before the halfway line, he sweep the keepers it really good there. Wilson could have been in. It's Jolinton actually plays a ball. It's a great ball. And if Schmeichel wasn't playing in the position he was, Wilson probably would have been in there.
Yeah.
So it's great goalkeeping that, but great ball from Joelinton again.
Or when he retired, I missed your first one. I want a replacement for Vardy. How old's Jamie Vardy now?
He's 32, 33, ain't he?
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Abraxas, good to have you in, mate. I swear you're going to become a Toon fan soon. Definitely. Yeah, good to have you back in, mate. Or when he retires, we went on a striker. Anyone in mind that you think would sign for Leicester? Essentially, I'm about the same as you, mate. Oh no, I've lost it. Yeah, I'm about the same as you. I think about a minute behind now, just under a minute.
We've got a free kick now to get whipped in. Good position. I said we need to make these chances. Richie about to whip it in from the right hand side. It's a good ball. Go on, just didn't drop. Just not getting them little second balls.
Would you rather have Amiobi in his prime or Joelinton? I mean, Amiobi bagged all the goals against the Mackhams. I'm not sure Joelinton will do that.
I mean, Shola had chance after chance, didn't he? That's why I think a lot of fans got frustrated. But I think on his day there was a player in Shola. It's just we never seen it often enough. Come on, we're starting. It's a free kick, surely.
Newcastle would take all the starting 11 at Leicester. Wouldn't take Kasper Schmeichel. Personally,
I wouldn't take the left back they've got. I'd have Tielemans straight away. I'd have Maddison. I'd have Barnes. I'd have Vardy.
I wouldn't
have Johnny Evans. Yeah, they've got a great team. But I wouldn't have all of them.
No, definitely not. Swear this chat is on something. Why, mate?
Starting to get into the game now. We've had a couple of, I wouldn't say decent chances, but where we're in their box a bit more. A couple of decent set pieces. It's not all been Leicester, which is good to see for a change.
Yeah. Chance we could nick a 1-0 or a 2-1. If it stays like this, you can get anything can happen. Yes, won't take Kasper. Have them all, sell them all. Newcastle too much talent in Wilson to get relegated, in my opinion. No, 100%. On paper and with what's gone on around us, you wouldn't expect us to, but you never know. Newcastle deserves a big transfer spend this summer, at least reaching Europa League spots. It'll be fantastic, but I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. That being said, Ashley put his hand in his pocket over the last couple of years. I don't expect us to spend any money in January, so you never know.
Just be loan deals in January. I wouldn't expect much of a cash injection in the summer either.
No. I can just see him forking out another 20-30 million, which I know isn't a lot at all.
I mean, it's scary to think now. We only broke our record fee 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago for Almiron, 20 million. Clubs, clubs buy bench players for that now.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary to think it was that soon. We only just went and done that. And obviously, Joelinton was 40 million, but whoever paid the price for him had obviously had a few beers.
Honestly, full on opinion, I wasn't expecting Steve Bruce to be doing this well with you guys. I mean, it looks better on paper than it actually is, Fernando. That's the thing. If you watch us week in, week out, you'll understand why Newcastle fans get frustrated with Steve Bruce. But we are where we are. We're not complaining too much about where we are positionally. It's just how we play football. But that being said, we did very well against Liverpool. It's just consistency.
Yeah, I always say, like, other Premier League fans who think Bruce is doing a good job, that's fair enough. On paper, it does look like he is. But I always say, if your manager was to get sacked, would you choose Steve Bruce? And there's not one other of the 19 clubs would say yes. Even
Yeah.
Sheffield United, who were absolutely down and out at the bottom when Chris Wilder gets sacked, there's absolutely no chance any of them fans will want Steve Bruce as manager.
No, definitely not.
And
See, we're being linked with Chowdhury. Yeah, I saw that this morning, mate. Quite interested in that, to be fair. We need a good right winger because Miggy is more of a number 10. Agreed. Wilson is a good striker. He is. Appreciate that. Leicester are moving through us far better than Liverpool was in the first half. Definitely. Definitely. I think.
Madison's just jarred his knee badly there.
Has he?
Looks
I think
weird.
looking back on that one, on the Liverpool one, they didn't have much creativity in the midfield.
It's back to watching slow motion, actually.
What happened?
It's one that Shaw he doesn't nudge him, but he's chasing the ball to him in the corner flag, and Shaw gets to the ball, but as Madison's going to kick it, his leg kind of lands in the ground as his body's in the air, and it just kind of jars in the grass. It looks worse in slow motion. It was no one's fault. It wasn't Shaw's fault or anything. It was a bad one. Like.
I would take Schmeichel just to refill Darlow's water bottle and throw out his goal. Yeah, about right. To be fair, very good. He is doing a great job. Yes, he is, mate. He is indeed. I'm not trying to pick on Joe Litton, but we need some pace when we play wide. Murphy at halftime. Yeah, I'm open to anything like that. I do agree. We do need pace on the wings. Absolutely. We drew against Liverpool. That means Bruce is on par with Klopp, but Klopp.
If you want to swap Steve Bruce for Jurgen Klopp, by all means.
Ashley's too busy buying any store going into administration. 100% Chinese, Geordie. 100%, mate. Can you see my chat? We want a German striker. Do you know who it is that you're after at all? Leeds were spending 10 million on players in the Championship. Why won't Newcastle invest more? I've thought about this, but it's obviously Mike Ashley doesn't like throwing money at the club anymore because he's trying to recoup what he's put in, and that's why the price tag's at 350 million, which is, I think a lot of Newcastle fans have started to admit it's too much for our club now. You see the likes of Burnley who've just been sold for 180 million. He's got to bring that price tag down to 300, 280 million for people to be interested, in my opinion.
I think less than it. I think because any potential buyers, the whole training ground needs redoing.
Yeah,
we've both got a season ticket. The ground's falling apart. It hasn't had a lick in 15 years. There's no tellies in the concourse really. Like little things like that. People look at and go, "Why am I going to pay a top dollar for?" And then I'm going to have to spend another 200 million coming in.
That is true. That is true indeed. I forgot about things like that. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Again, that's another thing as well. Fans outside the club don't realise like how much of it. I hate saying it, like a shithole. The training ground is, and parts of St James's Park are. Like it's a right state. Absolute
St James's Park. St James's Park. We used to have like 50, 60-inch tellies on every wall, didn't we? Downstairs, where if you went down half time for a pint or a pie, you could watch the scores come in. Now, I think he's got like 10-inch tellies on every on the wall. You cannot see them.
Yeah,
and it's just an absolute. He's just absolutely just little things like that. The seats are falling apart. Plastic on the seats are coming off. Some seats aren't even there now. It's just falling apart, and I said it needs money spent on it. He's more bothered on painting the Sports Direct signs.
Yeah. Oh my god, it actually looks bad. Was that about the Madison jarring, isn't it?
Yeah, he's come back on it. It obviously was one that looked worse than it was, but it was one of them. One I look away when he landed.
Which season was the best to watch overall as a fan? 2011, 2012 when City won their first title, or 2015-16 when Leicester won? Is that just as a neutral? And I take it the first time City won it, was that when Aguero scored?
Yeah, it probably would have been I.
Yeah, it was absolute. As a neutral, like that Aguero moment was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Even I was jumping off my chair. It was just ridiculous. But as a neutral, watching Leicester win the league was good. To be fair, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I remember every week I was saying Leicester were going to slip up. They'll slip up. They'll slip up. They'll never keep it up. They'll never win the league. And they just kept going and going. It was unbelievable to watch. And that Aguero moment was probably one of the greatest in Premier League history. So
yeah.
But what Leicester have done, this is what I like about Leicester. They haven't just won the league, then getting relegated again. They're starting to build a club that's probably going to be in Europe for the next, I'd like to say probably the next 10 years. They're putting some foundations in there.
Absolutely. A few players out of contract in the summer. Who would you keep?
If Fabian Shaw plays like he did against Liverpool, I'd sign him up straight away. But he hasn't been great this season or last. Yedlin's out of contract. I wouldn't be that fussed about keeping him, to be fair. I think we need a brand new right back in. Fernandes, he's out of contract. People forget.
Yeah.
Fernandes, we need to keep. He's our best centre half. Who else is out? There's a few out. There's obviously all the dross like Aarons and Xavier. They're all out of contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get another summer, and then there'll be the Matty Longstaff thing again because he'll be out of contract in 12 months. So that'll all start again.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. 100% keep Fernandes. 100%. Again, Shaw will come down to how consistent he is.
I think when you look at the clubs who are rumoured to be sniffing around Shaw, I think I've seen Inter Milan, I've seen Barcelona. They're not poor clubs.
Yeah.
So there's some in there they allegedly seeing him. So I think he must be worth keeping.
Definitely. Fair play, Carl. Great graphics. Appreciate that, mate. Is that because I've got you Greenwood and Mulliner show? Few episodes there, mate, interchanging so people can have a look, subliminal messaging and all that.
we don't do employee of the month,
Do you know what it is? Like, I'm looking at people's channels, and they're getting like subscribers day in day out, and I'm like, our stuff is better. Like, we need more subscribers. But the reason is because we've got so many subscribers compared to them. You don't see that we're getting subscribed to every day. Whereas with the smaller channels, you do. So we just get like a bulk number at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Going into the game after Leicester's early domination, definitely. We want Erling Braut Haaland, 50 million. Matt, if you got him, like at Leicester, that would be an unbelievable signing. That would take you to the next level.
With no disrespect to Leicester, I don't think. I think he's going on to bigger clubs.
Yeah, it's got to be someone like the likes of Barca, Madrid, Liverpool, Man City coming in for him.
No disrespect to Leicester at all, but he's going to one of the big boys here.
NUFC needs a sugar daddy. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Chris Mills, all Newcastle fans do is moan. I don't think we've moaned today. Not yet, anyway. We probably will do at some point.
Not yet. Give us time, Chris. I will.
Did you see Doctor Who name drop Mike Ashley on New Year's Day?
I've seen that on Facebook, but I don't watch Doctor Who, so someone will have to explain what that was. I did. I'd seen something about it, but I don't watch it.
Definitely didn't see that. No. Will their bloody keeper stay in his bloody box? He seems to be Leicester's keeper in full defence. He literally is a badass. Yeah, he is a proper sweeper keeper. But it's part of the reason why I wouldn't have him. How are both you guys? Also, good luck to both your teams. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, very well. And yourself?
Who, Chelsea got a day? Chelsea playing today? Chelsea City, isn't it? Not Chelsea City.
Yeah. The Leeds pitch is in shambles right now. It's an absolute joke, but I think it was supposed to get done in the summer, but COVID postponed it. Don't think it's them cheaping out. No, mate, you've got to think as well. You're going to have a lot of money now coming up from the Championship. I'm sure money will get invested when they can into that, definitely.
It was the pitcher's fault they beat us 5-2 as well.
Say that again, mate.
It was the pitcher's fault to put 5 past us as well, to be fair.
Yeah. I can see they'll invest money in your infrastructure, I think, mate. Leeds has always been an attractive club, hasn't it? Even when they went down, people are always still banging on about Leeds. It's one of those clubs that you feel should be in the Premier League.
Oh, that's harsh. It is what I mean. They'll stay up this year. I've got no doubt about that. But they've got to be careful they don't do what Sheffield United have done.
Yeah.
It's always that danger in the second season, isn't it?
St James Park and the training ground both badly need a revamp. They really do, mate. You're absolutely spot on. Erling is not a German striker, but he plays in a German team. He's an excellent striker. Newcastle have Premier League or not? If you mean, do we think we're going to stay in? I do, just about. Sing, press caps lock. Yeah, we all think you're shouting at us. Leicester a solid top six club now. Definitely. Where do you sit when you go to games? Myself, mate, my season ticket is literally the front row of the Gallagher. I'm 2 seats right of the goal. So I'm on the front row.
No, I'm in like the strawberry corner, singing corner, as some call it. I've been all over. I've sat the Leazers, I've sat level 7, I've sat everywhere. I much prefer the corner where I'm in now.
Yeah. Would you rather have James, Justin, or Yedlin, Manquillo? I like Manquillo. Again, I don't really know what's happened with him.
Yeah, it seems to have been. Yeah, he signed a 5 or 6 year deal, and he's sat on the bench the last. Oh, fucking hell, that's shite.
Seems like that's that this 5 or 6 year deal that everyone's signed, and other than Darlow, has been a fucking curse.
Yeah, Maximin's still fucking sat in France doing now. I was like, where's he at now? Most people have COVID for 10 days, and they thought, got to go back to work.
Definitely. Just said we got relegated this season. Leicester won. Good to watch them, not us. Very true, mate. Who do Newcastle need to be a solid top 10 team? Oh, I don't think we need a massive overhaul in terms of players that we've got. There's definitely places that we need to shore. We need another good striker. We need to shore up at left and right back. I'm saying we don't need an overhaul. I'm thinking we could get someone in at every position, to be fair.
Yeah, well, what you do, because if we're missing the odd player, we do suffer at times.
Yeah.
I still think we need someone to play. I know Matty's doing well, but do we need someone to play alongside Hayden more consistently, a bit more creative? I like Matty. Shelvey, for me, he's probably on his way out, unless he, how many years has Shelvey been here now? I think a Kabay type player for me we need.
Yeah.
Coming in, and a new manager, of course.
For that, mate, like someone mentioned it earlier. Do you look at going and getting someone like Mikel Merino back? Because for me, he could have been a Kabay type player.
Yeah, he had some good players around to learn off, didn't he? But for some reason, just got a bit homesick up here, which a lot of people do. To be fair, you can't fault players for that. Oh, caught him there. No. But yeah, I just think I like. I wouldn't complain if Shelby's in the team, but does he win us many games? Do the long staffs do a lot of the hard work? Are they going to win us games? Oh, these have got a good chance here. It's come off his shoulder. You remember the amount of games Kabay used to win us from his play?
Yeah.
That's the type of player I think we miss. I think we signed Kabay for something daft like 4 million. What a signing he was.
Yeah, it was really low. Really low. We had a few like that though, didn't we? Like, I don't think, what was Wijnaldum? 9 million, 8 million?
I think he was 15 Wijnaldum. I think someone leave me correct us in the comments, but I thought he was about more like 15. Unless we sold him or did we sell him for 30?
We sold him for 30.
Yeah, I think he was about 15 then.
Sissoko was cheap as well, wasn't he? Sissoko was like 9.
Sissoko might not even be that, mate. Sissoko, but Sissoko started really well, didn't he? But the way his Newcastle career finished was such a shame. Was getting relegated and that.
Bad attitude for me, personally.
There was always
to show up in the big games.
There was always a player in there somewhere, but
yeah.
To be fair, if I was sat down looking to get motivated and I had Steve McLaren looking at us, it'd be difficult.
Definitely. Let's see who you're trying them out. Yeah, 100%. 100%. All these graphics, thought I was watching Sky Sports. Appreciate that, the J. Hopefully there's not too much going on, mate. Williams has to come. Yes, he does. 100%. I remember watching Casper Schmeichel play for Darlow in about 2004. But Leicester is a great team. Yeah, you are a great team. Try to follow every Premier League team, not just Chelsea. Fair play, mate. How do you think you'll get on this afternoon against Man City? Have you guys seen Leicester's new training ground? Absolutely unreal. Comparing theirs and clubs like Spurs to ours is absolutely astounding. True. The ref has had more touches than Joe Linton, and he has better control. Come on, NUFC. Ha ha ha. I'll let you have that one. Again, with the referee, get out of the way, man. Do you suppose Newcastle needs any signings in January? We do, mate. We do. And Willems is at least one of them. Leeds' new signings for the Prem were really good. I think they'll make some more in the summer so far. I feel good about the Leeds second year. From what I hear all the time, the way Bielsa runs their training sessions, it's no surprise at how fit they are and how well drilled they are.
Yeah, they're always going to get the odd hide like they did yesterday. Well, it wasn't a hiding yesterday, but they're always going to get the odd result like yesterday because that's how they play. But
yeah,
it's good to see.
No, mate, we've not won the Premier League as a Premier League. Definitely not. Being linked with Rabbi Matondo, who's currently in Germany, with Schalke, was previously on Man City's books. I haven't seen that, mate. I'll have a look. Where does he play? Training facilities needs a proper hydropool and not wait what for shoulder on training. 100%. Aren't they still using those paddling pools?
Probably.
Do you see big?
No.
I think that's to you, mate.
No, I don't. Unless he means I'm the one with the big belly, but
no. I think because he definitely doesn't sit near me. Definitely doesn't.
If anyone's watched the We Are the Geordies DVD or film that came out, there's a lass on there, literally right in front of her. There's a lass on there, like an Indian lass who gives a story about the match. She's literally sits with the seat behind me, and she does a shot of like, I mustn't have been there that game. I was like, my mate's in it. It's like, it's typical. I'm not there that game.
Honestly, a front three of ASM, Carroll, Almiron isn't bad. I can see a manager finishing 10 with Scott. Do you mean Wilson instead of Carroll, Ben? You must mean Wilson, surely. But yeah, I'd agree. You know, we've got a decent enough squad to start pushing for 12th, 11th, 10th, which is a horrible thing to say.
I know it is. I mean, but with the right investment, it's not going to go any higher. I think we're going to be I'd much rather be finishing 14th than be in the bottom three. Like, if we go down again when that goes.
Yeah, Miggy's got a right little shiner there, hasn't
he? Yeah, it looked like he got poked in the eye. I don't think it was not intentional.
Joe Linton's frustrating me. I mean, when does he not, mate? He's frustrating a lot of the time, isn't he?
I just think Dwight Gill would bring a bit more to him if they're playing like close to him.
Yeah.
There's 2 minutes left to goal kick the Newcastle now. We should see this half hour. And to be fair, we deserve to be in the game. No one deserves to be ahead, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Best chance the game's come to Leicester. They had a disallowed goal. Oh, I fucking hate how all these managers have got tellies on the sideline now. It's not fair, that way.
Do you think Darlow should keep playing when Dubravka is fit? I personally do. I know that's divided, and understandably so. What about you, Adam?
It's changed my view. A couple of months ago, I said, no, Dubravka needs to come back in, but I've never seen a goalkeeper perform this consistently well. And I include Dubravka in that since, Tim Krul. He is absolutely on form. And you're not talking about like little lucky saves. That save from Salah at the weekend, during the week, was absolutely world class. So yeah, there's no reason Darlow should be out the team.
Definitely. How much would you sell ASM for? I don't think you can put a price on him at the moment. The talent's there, but we've not seen enough of it this season. I don't think he's, and obviously with him struggling with coronavirus, it's not done him any favours at all. I can't put a value on him. Wijnaldum cost around 13.5 million. Sissoko was 1.2 million. Fucking hell, I forgot that Sissoko was that cheap.
That's unreal, though.
Shelby not great defensively, but at least he can pass the ball, unlike Longstaff. I agree, Aaron. But I know people get frustrated because he's not very mobile. He needs someone like Hayden to bail him out at times, but I do agree. It was a great win for Spurs. Yes, it was. If this was Sky Sports, they'd be talking about City versus Chelsea, 100%. Hopefully 2-0. Their goalkeeper looks shaky. Who they got in goal at the moment? Man City?
No idea. No idea.
It's not the
Is it not?
Brazilian lad, though.
It's still Edison. Is it Edison?
Is he been having a bad season, has he? I think Shaqiri would be a great sign. Yeah, he would. We should have got him. I can't believe that we allowed him to go to Liverpool because we had a really good opportunity to sign him.
They've added 4 minutes on. 4 minutes have come from.
Ouch, on your foot in the cold. Yeah, painful. Edison out, by the way. Okay. We've been linked with Ryan Christie from Celtic. ASM Wilson, Almiron. I was going to say, Ben. Do you know Jamie Vardy was a Don or in a gang? No, I did not know that. I know he liked the gear.
Yeah.
Oh, Braxess, mate, you're an absolute legend. You don't have to do that at all. What an absolute legend. Really appreciate that.
Much appreciated.
I think we should sell Dubravka. I know PSG wanted him this past window, and that could mean moving. I mean, Ben, I don't think we'll have a choice. One of them will end up going, I think, unfortunately. Yeah. And I think you get money for either one of them, but I agree. Yeah, thanks again, and Braxis, you're a hero. Stefan is the other City keeper. I haven't watched much of them at all, really. Bruce said it's his shirt to lose about Darlow after the Liverpool match, but I think we will see Dubravka back next week as it's the Cup. Yeah, 100%. I'll be surprised if Dubravka's not in goal against Arsenal. Why is ASM in France to recover? He should be back here. I think the club has always had a policy in terms of allowing players to go and recover from injuries and stuff with family. In terms of foreign players, I think that's always been a policy at the club. So,
I still don't think it's as clear cut as they're telling us.
No.
There's something going on with ASM.
Good man. That damn documentary has my missus always asking how is Leeds doing.
Corner from Leicester there. The centre half's getting ahead to it, just over the bar. No one marking him really. I don't know who's let him go there. I think it's Jolinton. Maybe he lets him go. Maybe I'm just used to blaming Jolinton for mistakes, but we need to see this half out now. Oh, it's got to be a foul, referee. I was going to fucking say it. Fucking flattened him. A free kick, last kick of the half should be. See if we can do something with it.
Whereabouts is it, mate? Just outside the box?
Just past the halfway line for us, but it should be a chance with the time left to knock it into the box. It looks like Yedlin's going to play it shorter. I don't know what they're doing. Taking the fucking time. Richie to knock it in. Just try and make someone out of it. It's out of nothing, so... No. Goes to Kieran Clark, header, just... He's the only player around it, not near it. And that should see us through to half-time now. Not the most entertaining half, but I'd have took 0-0 at half-time.
Yeah.
Turn from Jolinton there. Come on. Not blown yet. Oh, I've gone back to keeper. Fuck me, man. He's fucking shite, you know. Leicester are going to be in here. Oh, it's a good tackle. No, the rest played nearly 5 minutes here. Is he checking his watch?
He's having a stinker, isn't he? Ben, hero, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Legend.
Cheers, Ben.
Yeah. If we ever see you around the ground, we'll have to get you a beer. Come on, you Blues and Foxes, never quit. Yeah, the doc got a few of my friends here in America to understand why I love Leeds so much. Now they watch the games. Didn't even know I could do that. However, that's appreciate that, mate. Fofana's a good sign-in. Does Andy Hinchcliffe have a problem with Newcastle?
I've got it on mute, so
yeah, I've got it on mute.
Probably, most people do.
Yeah, 100%. This is a ref from Leeds Burnley. He is horrible. Interesting. I think we own the win versus Burnley, but the ref definitely ensured it. I miss.
Yeah, he hasn't been. He's been. No, I can't remember Leeds Burnley. Well, no, half time. I would have took 0-0 at the start of the game. We're still in it. We're not really great going forward. We haven't looked, dangerous, but we're trying to get forward. Again, I just think we're a bit isolated up top.
Yeah, it's I was worried that we were going to come off the back of the Liverpool game and get panned by Leicester, to be honest. But we look pretty solid, haven't we? I know they've carved us through the middle a few times, but I think it's a fair result so far.
It's one of them ones. If you said who stood out, I couldn't really pick anyone. It's been a decent team display. The first 20 minutes, it looked like Leicester were just going to hound us with that through ball. The Vardy, they had one good chance. They had two good chances, both offside. A disallowed goal. We seem to be dealing with that line well. They look drilled well. So just hopefully our fitness keeps it up. Because Vardy will run for 90 minutes. So he'll never stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hope we're a bit more adventurous. That's all I'd like to see us setting off, a bit more adventurous on the ball. I think, again, we just give teams a bit too much respect at times.
Definitely. Definitely missing a midfield general like Gary Speed, Rob Lee or Kevin Nolan. Yeah, we do miss that. I think we miss players like that in general. We don't think we really have that in the squad. Matt Ritchie's kind of a general, but I don't see him. He's not been that way this season at all. It doesn't seem that way. We don't really have many out-and-out leaders on the pitch right now, I don't think. It doesn't seem that way anyway.
What you do for another Gary Speed? No.
Yeah. He blew the whistle right before a goal, making it no VAR check and fuck Burnley. Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting. Half-time. Yeah. How do you think it's a fair result so far, mate? Do you think Leicester should be ahead? Take Joe off, bring Murphy on. Joe's been so bad. He's not had a great game today. Sean Dyche was very angry about the referee from Leeds Burnley. I remember he had a stinker.
Is it the same? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, same ref. Yeah.
He looks a bit lost at times. His decision making's inconsistent. He's been caught up in play 2 or 3 times now, which is unusual. Just he looks a bit inexperienced for top level football.
He was fouled by a goalie and he blew it opposite, so the goal didn't stand and they didn't get a penalty. Horrible ref, but obviously it helped Leeds, so I didn't complain. Well, you don't, do you? It's the same when Newcastle got that result against Spurs. We weren't going to complain. We don't get enough touches. Beginner claim holding the defence is not king. Kev football, we were so spoiled. Back to normal, can't pass through lines, lumping it up for nothing. Joe Linton is nothing. Why wasn't Barnes booked? I missed the Harvey Barnes thing. Is he the one that caught Alma
on? No, I wouldn't have said that was a booking. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Memory's not that great.
I don't know where everyone's got on Joe's back. He's been okay in the past few games. No one's been on his back over the past few games, Lewis. I think people are just saying he's not had the greatest half.
I think Joe Linton's one of them. There's always one in the Newcastle team. If things aren't going well, they get singled out. I think he's that at the minute. He wasn't great that half, to be fair. I think Dwight Gale needs a spell ahead of him. he doesn't bring enough to football matches for me to play 90 minutes.
No, that's fair enough. We're playing a lot better than recent form. Yes, we are. Yes, we're trying to move forward, but we're only isolated up front because we're bypassing the midfield because Fernandez and Clark's long missed passes. Fair analysis. Do you think we should sell Woodman next season? No, I don't think he'll end up being sold. I think he'll start factoring into the side at some point because I think Darlow or Dubravka will go, one of them, unfortunately. Don't know why there is a shortage of rest. Anyone know? Is it a club sort of thing, an in-club sort of thing? No idea, mate. No idea. Unless some rests might be a bit averse to everything that's going on with coronavirus or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We haven't scored in 341 minutes. Is that the last time Newcastle scored?
Will have been the Fulham game. So Fulham, it was Fulham, Man City. So it'll only be Man City and Liverpool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think we've been decent, but Vardy's looking hungry for a goal. He always does, doesn't he? Like Adam said, he's not going to stop running. Joe Linton looks like a freaking cart horse. He is useless. Out of 3 keepers we have, we should prioritise keeping Woodman because he's younger. I think we'll do that anyway, Rohan. I think that's what the club will look at doing. Definitely. Bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to throw us to a quick ad break because I'm going to go and get a drink. We'll be back in a couple of minutes when I actually find one.
Make sure it's a long one.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll see you shortly.
You're watching the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
And welcome to the break, everyone. Hope you have been enjoying the show. Me and Sam are with you to talk about a few of our sponsors whilst we're having a quick break. Tell me all about Beer 52, Sam.
I have 4 favourite things about Beer 52. And that's before I even get into the free introductory pack they offer us at NFTV. Head on over to beer52.com/NFTV for your free 8-can case. All you got to do is just pay $5.95 for delivery. There's an option for light beers, which include lagers, IPAs, sours, and then there's for the more hardened drinkers out there. There's an offer for dark beers, which is your proper ales, silky stouts, and yeah, it's just fantastic stuff. My 4 favourite things: 1, flexibility. You can cancel your subscription at any time. You can pause for a month, or on the flip side, you can get them to send you your case early. 2, themes. Each month, your beers will have a different theme. 3, loyalty points. For every subscription you get each month, you earn loyalty points where you can earn more if you rate your beers. The points build up and you can add them on to the shop. So when you find a beer that you really like and think, I'll have a bit of that. And finally, you won't find these beers in the shop. International beers all over the world, including local breweries in the UK as well. And it's great value.
8 beers just for the delivery of $5.95, and you get a magazine and a little snack. Head over to beer52/NFTV or a description down below. Check the link. The next one is 3 retro classic shirts, where you can get all of your classic Newcastle United home and away, all the way from the 1969-1970 season, all the way to the current mid-90s. 3 retro is a program where you can get cheap shirts just for around about 30 price mark. The very, very popular retro shirts coming back. And of course, no money goes directly into Sports Direct, which is fantastic because nobody likes to give money directly to that company. But Amazon, tell me about Amazon, Sam.
Buy Newcastle United merchandise guilt-free. Again, no money goes to Sports Direct or any affiliated companies, and all your merchandise there, as I say, you can buy guilt-free. There is everything you can think of in Amazon, as you all know. We all know about Amazon by now. Lee, what are your favourite things on our Amazon store?
I like the memorabilia, Newcastle shirts that you can get signed, signed photographs, signed frames, all of that stuff. That's my favourite. But there's everything that you can think of on Amazon. There is anything from your curtains to bed sheets to footballs to games to the latest Newcastle United strips. You name it, car accessories, it's all on there. Amazon store, bit like 3 Retro. The link is in the description for that one. And the last one is eBay, which we scour the internet to find all the bargains. Keep an eye on the social medias. Where me and Sam post regular updates on finding bargains. What's the best bargain you've found so far, Sam?
There's a few. If the 3 retro shirts aren't for you, then we can find. I've found some fantastic bargains on eBay of vintage shirts that may not be the most iconic, like your 96, 97s, but there's some fantastic shirts out there. For instance, the 0203 season. Remember the old black and white NTL under Sir Bobby Lee? I found that on there, and that was going for about a tenner, which is absolutely, new. Back in the day in 2002, it was 30 quid. So it's just absolutely superb.
So keep an eye on our socials for eBay. I'm waiting for the PlayStation 5 to come out to get my hands on one. As soon as I see it, I will be sharing it on the socials. Keep an eye on my Facebook and Twitter for all the eBay bargains. And that is it. And we'll hand you back over to the Black and White Show.
Welcome back to the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
Here we are. What we've just seen here. Sky aren't best pleased with the game, in particular NUFC not showing enough going forward. That's interesting that Sky actually backing what the fans see for once.
But what do they? That's what I mean. Have they not watched us before? What do they expect? I don't know who the pundits are saying Micah Richards there before. They must have watched Newcastle more than once. They know this is how we play.
I just don't think they do watch us at all.
No.
I really don't.
This is what I'm saying. This is why. Yes, we're having to settle with this being a good performance when really we'd much rather us be doing a lot better. But this is what we used to.
Yeah.
And it is a bit of a shame that we have to settle for Leicester, although they're a decent team, at home, us getting a 0-0, a good performance. We're sick of saying it, but if we shout about it on Twitter, we're deluded with this or that. So what do they expect us to say? Idiots.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Really loving how he's in that central position. He's finding the best passing range in the team at the moment, and he's busting the line so far. Drinking game, every back pass or Linton losing a touch falls off chair.
Didn't tell me that. Fucking hell.
Potentially Cam. Souness, Keenan, Richard. Bruce out from Craig. The pundits don't really watch us while they keep calling us delusional. They don't speak to our fans either. 100%. And as soon as you try and get in touch with someone, they just block you. That's what happens. Okay. I want to see Adam's high screams. I know we haven't seen him for a while.
I know.
Out from a lot of people. Joe not holding the ball up and losing it is putting us under pressure from counter-attacks. His ball control is absolutely shocking. I forgot Sean Longstaff was on the pitch in that half. He has been non-existent. I will say I trust Darlow more on crosses, corners than Dubravka. Interesting. A lot of people would say it was the other way around. I'm a big advocate of Darlow, but a lot of people would say his weaknesses are from corners potentially. Oh God, they're back.
Are they?
Yeah, if you're here to do that, mate, just remove yourself. I'm not interested.
Any comments you're about to see pop up are obviously not by ourselves. It's we've had this before, so just ignore them.
We'll try and remove anyone that's spouting that shit in the chat, lads. So bear with us.
We're not the only channel that's up now. There's a few being out there we sport to, so.
Yeah. Adam.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. Is it what?
Is it kicked off now?
No, not yet, man. No. The highlights have shown the ref touching the ball 3 times. Like literally, that's what I'm just watching now. The referee's been in the way 3 times. Unbelievable.
I don't care about league position. I just want to enjoy watching the team again. We already have better players than Bruce. Knows how to use. We need a proper manager again. 100%, mate. 100%. That
completely agree with that.
every time the ball hits the ref. A funny day. Unfortunately, with the board we have, we'll be struck with defensive managers to stay in the league. Which manager do you think would improve and give us football back? I mean, I don't know whether I believe you on that one, mate. No offense. We've had a lot of people coming in sending the same stuff. So, but if it is, then fair enough. Would you take Eddie Howe? I don't know. I mean, I'll take anyone.
We're only laughing, Charlie, because we get this about 10 times every watch along. But ahead of Bruce, I would. The next manager who I'll actually there, it's not going to be someone, you know, a big name. So I'd take Eddie Howe. I think it'd be a bit more adventurous.
Definitely. Favorite player to watch in the squad other than ASM?
About to kick off, Carl. Now, off.
Cool. Other than ASM, probably. I mean, got to be Callum Wilson, or what, Miggy when he's on his day, when he's really on his day. I like watching him run at defenders, but I've not seen that for a long time. So for me,
it depends. It depends what your type of player is, doesn't it? You know, I like watching Isaac Hayden because I like a player who gives everything for the shirt. He covers every blade of grass. He's in every tackle. That's my type of player. Flair player, obviously, is only really ASM. We don't really have any other flair players. Go on, see if Joelinton, if he had some pace, he could have been on into that. Right, how I start not moving.
Ref in goal over Darlow, he will get a touch on anything. Eddie Howe, I wouldn't be against it at all. I'd take joking here back at this point. About that, Craig. That's a push.
He's about 80 now.
Yeah, I think.
I'm sure he was about 70 when we gave him director of football job about 10 years ago. The thing is, like as the leagues, it looks like Bruce is doing a good job on paper. You look at the Premier League table. So, Yedlin, who are you passing to there? What an absolute donkey! It'd be interesting to any Leicester fans out there, like how there's probably not a lot watching, but how's the game going from your point of view?
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't really feel of getting out of second gear yet. Oh, Vardy's here. No, he's. Albrighton was in there. We just couldn't get his pass off. We need more people around Callum Wilson. We really do. He's getting far too isolated.
For the person saying that they don't care about the result, as long as you enjoy the game, I'd go for Bielsa if we could. Leeds reminds me a bit more of the old Newcastle. Yeah, I understand.
Jamie Vardy should have scored there. Dropped on his left foot. Was he onside this time?
Attractive football. I think he could do a job with the squad. Darlow much better than Ramsdale. His two best players, Wilson and Fraser, are here. Very true. Very true. If Sheffield United go down, do you think we should buy Sander Berge? I will be completely honest, mate. I haven't seen much of him. So
go on, get in. Oh, fucking hell!
Obviously, you've mentioned you must be a fan, or you must like what you see, rather. If Sheffield United go down and Wilder leaves, I would take him, I guess. But Eddie Howe is my favourite to go for. Fair enough. Fair enough.
We just kind of fucking seem to get we kind of seem to string more than 3 or 4 passes together. Leicester is starting to come alive a bit here as well. So, go on, Miggy. Go on. Get away, Miggy. Go on. We've got a break on here. We've got a break on. Oh.
No good.
Miggy passes to a Leicester player.
Just think
To
you
be
can't.
fair, it was a decent tackle. We should be doing better.
League One with your neighbours. Think you may nick this one. I've got a feeling we might nick it as well. You know, I really
Do
do.
you?
Yeah, it's my thought for anyone watching this game. Sober, been lucky to see Sir Barbieri. It's just the bands who've seen nothing but Ashieri. Feel sorry for them watching this track. 100%, 100%.
Get wide, man. Oh, there's no one running. Oh, this is fucking shit.
This week, Sunderland played their 100th League One match. Congrats to our rivals. Nice.
I've seen that. I think Sam shared that on Facebook. Was a cork of that.
Class.
They're a few games behind now. I think they're 11th now. They're starting to, I know they've got a couple of games in hand, but doesn't mean you're going to win them.
Definitely not.
I seen the first Johnson out yesterday as well. He's only been in charge 2 games or something.
Really?
Or the worst than us for wanting managers out suddenly. Oh, good goal. Come on, Yedlin. Have an attack. Just get at them. Get a cross in. Good cross. Go on. Oh! Oh!
What happened?
Yedlin's getting the ball out wide, and you think he's going to hesitate, and he actually puts a really good ball in the box. And you just think for a second it could fall on Callum Wilson's head, but it's just a bit too much on it. But it was a good cross. Good cross. I think it was that good of a cross, even Callum Wilson wasn't expecting it.
Oh, yeah, of course. They did draw 0-0 to Northampton. I saw that. Do you think if Rafa had the squad that Bruce has, we would be pushing for top 8? I'd certainly think, I do think we would be doing more than what we are now. Definitely. Just bear with me 2 seconds, mate. I'm just going to plug a cable in because my Wi-Fi seems a bit shit.
All right, mate. Picture looks all right. Like.
Cool.
I see the graphics just like he's walked. It looks like he's just walked into level 7. We've got a throw in on our left-hand side. Kieran Clark taking. Just hopefully we can just get the ball. And we've got a corner from it, so it's what we need. Set pieces to try and test them. Probably not going to play the same football through their back four, so set pieces are pretty important for us. Carl's missing. We usually do score when Carl doesn't at the computer, so fingers crossed. Richie to whip it in. Come on, someone get your head in it. No, cleared by. Oh, and Miggy goes to strike, but it clears the Gallagher end. Rubbish. We just don't attack set pieces. If you look at set pieces, there's too many people just stood static, and Leicester have just got the run on it. It's too easy. Almiron adventurous to hit it from there, to be fair.
What have I missed?
Just a corner, then Miggy had a shot from about 25 yards out that probably hit the strawberry bar rather than the actual net. It went out the Gallagher.
Fair enough.
It's got 1-0 written all over it. Like, we're starting to get bodies forward a bit more, like, to be fair. Is Yedlin forward a game in the same position? Oh, back to Miggy. Come on, let's get in the box. Don't go back. Back to centre half. Like, frustrating. And then it's back to the keeper. That's from our, like, we had a good chance there to get the ball in the box, and it's back to the centre half. Shaw, wow, great ball by Shaw. Go on. We've got players forward here. Richie in. Go on. Oh, good play that. Cracking ball that. I think it was Fabian Shaw plays an absolute class ball. Diagonal ball from the back. I think it's Shaw. And Richie, chest first time, tries to get it in, which is what you want. And good defending by Johnny Evans. Oh, he's giving it. How was that a goal kick? Oh, should have been. I thought it was a corner. There's Sean Longstaff winning the ball back. We're starting to look a bit better now. We are. Sean Longstaff winning the ball back. Go on, get away. Go on. Oh, fuck. Oh, Matty, you're treading tar there, son.
Who do you think will be championship?
Oh, it's in. Madison. Too easy. 1-0 Leicester. I'm just saying there. I'm just saying we're starting to play better. And Leicester started. I think it's Harvey Barnes starts bringing the ball forward, and Matty Longstaff just looks really slow. He just seems to be treading on tar. He just can't get close to him. He looks really slow. I don't know what's up there. Or he's really fast. Goes wide to Vardy. Vardy, bit of luck actually. Comes off Fernandes, but then squares it back to Maddison, who's got all the time in the world. One of the Longstaff should be picking Maddison up there, and he just hammers it in the back of the net. Too easy.
That's very frustrating.
I don't know if I'm being too harsh on Mikey. Please get it in the comments if you agree there. I thought he was far too slow there. I don't know. But there we go. I was just saying we're starting to fucking play a bit better as well. And again, this is where we'll see Bruce's. He's got to change it. He's got to go for it. Go on, Wilson's done well here. Oh, red penalty! Penalty!
Did he give it?
Oh, he hasn't.
Is it going to VAR?
Leicester playing on. It's hard to say. I'll have to see the replay. But Wilson goes down. Looks like he's been caught. Looks like he got his body in the way first. To be fair, well, we'll have to see it again. But Leicester are playing on now at the minute. The commentators seem to be saying it was a good challenge, but did he go through Wilson first? Not sure. They're showing a replay here now. No, it's a good tackle, to be fair. It's a good tackle. Good tackle by whoever made it. Does get a touch on the ball first, so hopeful shout by myself.
Oh dear.
Do you know, I think that's the sad thing. That's what we're hoping on to get back into games. Now a bit of luck.
How frustrating. It's absolutely levered it as well, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah. That's how we respond though, Carl. It's how this is what are we going to be happy to lose 1-0, or is he going to be a bit more adventurous and try and go for a point? Because now if he doesn't, if he keeps the same formation now, we'll lose 2 or 3-0.
If that's a Man U player going down, they're giving a penalty kick any day. Is that because what happened with Pogba? It's a soft one the other day, wasn't it?
It was. And that's what makes you wonder about VAR. They get to look at it as many times as they want, and they still give that. I could see why Michael Oliver give it live, but looking back at it, doesn't. But that there, like that, it wasn't a penalty. It was a great tackle by the Leicester centre half. So fair to them. Oh, we've just got out about us now. Like how? It's too predictable. Do they not know we've got to do a fan reaction show after this?
Clearly not.
That referee's fucking hot. She's in the way of every bit of play. He's in the way again. Get out the way, man.
Oh.
Did you do the Liverpool watch along?
Yes. Yeah, did you? It was me.
I'd had a few. I'd had a few drinks. Like, is it what's the big difference between how we're playing now and Liverpool?
I think in all honesty, mate, I don't think Liverpool had as much creativity in the middle.
Yeah. I
'Cause
thought
don't
this would
get
be
me
a much
wrong.
more difficult game tonight.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Henderson and Milner, but they're not creative players, are they? And that I think it was that young lad, that Curtis Jones as well, and he'd played a lot of
Yeah.
games. So I was listening to Redman afterwards, and they were just saying how obviously they love Salah because he gets goals, but some nights he's on it and some nights he's not, and he wasn't really on it, and Darlow's kept us in the game at points, but other than that, I just we're just quite
Oh,
defensive.
bad tackle, that. It's got to be a yellow card.
No, I agree with that, Ben. I was just messing about, mate. 100%. Hi Carl, how are you, mate? It's Harry Kane. Good to have you in, Callum. Apologies if I've mispronounced that. But yeah, mate, if you want to jump in the fan reaction and let us know, you did well last week. They spend like 20 times the amount of time in the opposing box, and we do. We're never even there to get pens. I agree, but some of them are soft. Like I don't care that Villa didn't get a result because of it. It was brilliant, but it was definitely not a penalty, surely.
Well, you seen Pogba telling Luke Shaw. You said you'd see that clip.
Nah.
No, there was a clip where I don't know if Luke Shaw was running into the box, and afterwards Pogba's telling him to go over. So that must be getting drilled into them off the manager when you're in the box and there's a foot there, go down because you've got a chance of getting it.
Shocking.
They've done it for years though, Man U, haven't they? To be fair, like that was, they were well known for getting penalties, years ago.
Who is doing the fan reaction? Is it me? I don't know.
Me and you, I think, mate.
Okay, yeah.
But Sam put it out quite early because I'm sure I'm scoring the players as well, so I'm quite busy today. So you might want to double check.
Yes, I think we are, mate. I think it'll be me and Adam. So us two in here doing it. Now we're behind at home. A proper manager would be changing it up. True.
I agree. Good guy. And this is what he won't change it for another 10 minutes as well. And Madison's just come pretty close there again from a long effort. We're just too predictable. I'm sick of saying that word in these shows, but far too predictable.
It's true though.
It looks like Leicester are going to get a second. That's what's coming. It's not us trying to get an equaliser. 1, 2, 3. We've got about 8 players now who box there from a Leicester attack. I mean, I didn't get overly excited about the point against Liverpool. I didn't put many positives on the social because I didn't feel that positive. It was a good point, but I did feel it was because Liverpool didn't test us as much as
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Jamie Vardy down injured. Newcastle put the ball out for him. No, it's not. It's all right. All these fucking Leicester players look the same.
I think Leicester can get a second. Xavi has to come on to get back into this game. We need Murphy on for Jordan and play back 4 and bring Gale on. Rather get beat 2 or 3 than not have a go. Fair enough. We had a shot.
I mean, I'm looking at the Leicester goal there. Both the long staffs don't do enough. Sean especially. Sean's walking. He's absolutely walking. That no one gets tight to anyone. Fernandez is a bit unlucky, but if you watch the replay, Matty Longstaff's trying to run, and Sean Longstaff's just dawdling around. So it's poor, like it is poor. You've got to be tight to these players. When is our next game? Is it next weekend?
It's Arsenal in the FA Cup, isn't it?
No, fucking hell. There's Jacob Murphy coming on, so he's making a bit of a change. I hope it's not for Miggy. I hope it's not just. Oh, it is. It's for Almiron. It's. Murphy on for Almiron. I don't think that's the right change. I thought Almiron was trying to look a bit, and there's Shelby coming on, so it's a double sub. This should be for Sean Longstaff, and it's not. It's for Jolinton. So I have no idea what we're playing now.
Here is a sub. No.
I would
no
assume that maybe lets Sean Longstaff push a bit closer as the number 10. But we'll see.
We saw good players in the window. Hopefully, mate. Don't know. Hayden injured. No, he's suspended, isn't he, for this one?
And there's 5 yellow cards.
Richie to left mid. Sean has got to come off.
We'll see. We'll see how they set up here. I'm not quite sure how they're going to set up here now. Dwight Gale must be banging his head. Like, Dwight Gale's out of contract now. I don't know why he'd want to stay here when he's not playing. It looks like Murphy's playing a bit more advanced. Sean Longstaff as well. Good, wide, come on. How are Yedlin? Get your head up. Oh, Yedlin, man! Fucking shite that! Fuck's sake, man. What's he doing? Just passed straight to a fucking Leicester player. Getting good positions and they're just wasting it. First action of the game, Jacob Murphy getting the ball, trying to put a cross in. Wins a corner.
This is frustrating.
I'm losing my head there because Yedlin, we're getting a really good position. We've got people going forward and he's got someone overlapping and he can't even play a simple pass around a player and he just passes it straight to a Leicester player.
Madison, the Poundland Green. Don't understand those changes. Would either of the Longstaffs get into a top 10 starting 11?
No.
Not right now.
Considering Man U wanted him for 50 million a year and a half ago.
It's madness, isn't it? Forwards can put a shin on a defender's leg and go down for a pen. It becoming a sort of dark art and becoming part of the game when there is contact but no foul. Very true. Very, very true, mate. Who do you think will win the cup? Are we talking about the FA Cup, mate, or the League Cup?
Go on. Oh, probably the League Cup. They're on about semi-finals this week. Tottenham, Brentford, and don't know. Since we got knocked out, I lost interest.
I can't actually remember who the other tie is.
2 good teams. Is Liverpool not still in it?
I don't know. I'll have to check afterwards.
That Yedlin pass has really frustrated me there. Fucking pissed us off.
Clock says 06, but I appreciate that.
Go on, Jacob Murphy, lad. Jacob Murphy looking really positive since he come on. Some great play there. Callum Wilson's got a chance. Matty's in. Oh, it's a great ball. Oh, there's no one there. What a ball from Matty Longstaff as well. That's where Callum Wilson should be, but he's just had to do the hard work to get in that position. Oh, what a ball that was as well. Could be 1-1 that. Jacob Murphy does brilliantly here. Madison tries to take him down, doesn't get near him. And that's not Wilson who you want there, but he has to do it. And then Murphy stops his run. Jacob Murphy just stops running. Oh, could have been 1-1 that. Oh, God, that was close that. Dwight Gale must be frustrated as hell sat on this bench, like.
Yeah.
Come on. Leicester going forward here now with numbers. Oh, Yedlin's just let him run. Oh. Shelvey's trying to get on the ball a bit more now. Oh, it's a good ball by Marty Longstaff. Wilson's in, but he's out a bit too wide. Oh, Wilson. Oh, he's got a foul. Oh, no, he hasn't been given offside. Took a while to put his flag up there. Is he giving a foul? I don't know what these refs are doing.
I don't know.
He's giving an offside, but it's took him about 10 seconds to give it.
Spurs desperate for silverware. I can see them going hard for the League Cup, definitely. Yeah, appreciate that, Ben, by the way. Having technical issues with the clock. It only wants to come up in hour formats. I'll have to change it afterwards for next week. Football is still a contact sport. There can be contact, but no foul. I think Man United will win the cup against Spurs. Spurs, Brentford, City, and United. Okay, fair enough. At least Bruce hasn't bought Shelvey on too late. Who will win the Prem? I think, I don't know, I don't know.
It's getting tight.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one. Can't say anyone right now.
I think Tottenham might do it, I think Tottenham will do it.
Yeah, it's a good bit of advice from Craig there, mate. Pause our stream until the football catches up. It's a good shout. Why does Shelby just sit on top of the defence? That's not what we need. True. Nick, you clown. Liverpool to win the league. Fair enough. I just from everything that I've watched from some of the supporter channels and stuff, they're not actually that confident they're going to win it. They're worried they're a bit hit and miss. I'd expect them to come good, but I don't know. It depends what the likes of Spurs can do as well, because I'd tip them earlier on.
Looked like a potential handball from Yedlin there, This will go to VAR, this. Hits Yedlin on the hand, I could see from here.
Abraxas, absolute legend, mate. Really appreciate the donation. Donation. But yeah, have a good one, mate. Take care. Cheers, Callum. Appreciate that, mate. Man U second or third. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? After the start they had and everyone calling for Solskjaer's head.
I don't think Man U will do it. 2-0. Fuck off.
Who got the second?
Tillemans. I was just going to pause my stream and all, like the lad suggested before, and also I was live with, but Carl Darlow kicks it out. Shelvey gets done, goes out wide. No one's closing him down again. Ball straight onto the 18-yard line, and just free. He's just free. It's shit. It's absolutely shite defending. Shelvey and Longstaff are nowhere near him, and they should be.
What minute was that, mate? 72nd or something?
Yeah, just before the 72nd. What you want now, like?
71 and 20
I've paused mine. Tell us when you want 72-44 and I'll play mine. You made a good point, the lad, before. Actually, I never thought about that.
Yeah, okay.
But no, sorry for the spoilers, but it's not a fucking good spoiler. It's just no one's picking it. When you see the goal, it's just absolutely schoolboy stuff.
Two seconds, mate. Let me just load a different stream. What are you on at the moment?
72-44.
Oh, would you say Leicester were good for the 2-0?
Yeah, I would, mate. I would. We're not good enough. We're not good enough. John Joe Shelby just seems he gets done there, no effort, and then just strolling back, and the man he's meant to be marking, him or Longstaff, has just got a free shot on the edge of the box, and someone with Hill's quality is not going to miss. It's too easy. Both goals have been far too easy.
Give me 20 seconds, mate.
What you want now?
72-20.
Did you see the goal?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too easy. Fucking far too easy.
Fair play to him for taking that first time.
Yeah, great. So he's that type of player.
Yeah, he is.
Do you think Shelby could have done better? Or is that just me being...
No, I think he could have, mate, definitely. Yeah, ready when you are, mate.
Right. 72-44.
Cool.
We'll do that next time. I've never thought of that, to be fair.
Nor have I, to be fair. Nor have I.
Thank you, whoever told us to do that. You can have me job for the next game.
Brilliant finish. So still got 20 minutes enough to save a point. Remember last year when we drew Everton? Yeah, I begrudgingly walked out the ground prior to that.
We had Goodison, were you?
Yeah, mate. Left
To be fair,
85th or something like that.
I wouldn't have blamed any fan because, do you know, when we talk about how bad we've been under Bruce, and you think of all the games, even that game was one of the worst we've ever been.
Yeah.
And how we got a point, that was, I mean, it was a brilliant moment, but...
Who is to blame for the second goal? Do you blame the change? It's hard to blame the change.
I can see... Sorry, go on, Colin.
I was going to say that is on Shelby, but Bruce hasn't brought him on to expect him to not be putting himself about. Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand. I still don't understand the changes. Usually, you make a change and it's 1-for-1, or I'm still not sure who's playing where.
Yeah.
Watching the game, Shelby could have done better defensively, but he's not that player. We know he's not. The only player who's looked half decent since he come on is Murphy. But no, it's both goals are very similar goals in that we're not picking up the man on the 18-yard line.
Yeah.
It's schoolboy stuff. Again, and it comes back down how the players are managed tactically. What's Yedlin doing?
Well, that Everton comeback we had last season happens once a decade. I'm happy to call this one quits and play some FIFA. At least there I can try and to attack and make some subs in time. I wouldn't blame you at all, Craig. Definitely not. When is the fan reaction show? It will be...
Should be pretty much straight after this, really.
What time will this finish?
This will finish, what, 4:10-ish?
Yeah, it'll be roughly around 4:30, mate. Leicester have managed the game really well. I don't understand the change either, but thank you for your response. Steve Bruce has no plan B. No, he doesn't. We know that.
And you know, I said the point against Liverpool. I mean, nothing if, and not so much if we'd lost tonight. Because I can accept getting beat off Leicester. They're a good team, but not putting on a performance again, and that's what it comes down to. I mean, Sheffield United will look at us and go, right, we have to beat Newcastle.
100%. You're welcome, mate. I would love your job. How do I get involved? Well, you can start off by coming on the fan reaction show if you fancy it, mate. Stephen Clements, what is his role? Has he even got coaching badges? Joke, mate. Absolute joke.
Jamie Vardy's on that. Offside again, though, to be fair, but still.
There you are for anyone that needs to know. 4:15 for the instant reaction, 4:30 for fan reaction, and 5:45 for scoring the players, and 6:30 for the last word.
I'm on two of them. I look forward to the positivity.
Nothing new to say. Same crap we've been watching for years. Absolutely, Kane. That's the sad thing. Nearly every team in the league looks at us for a must-win. Definitely. Leicester deserve the win. We've been absolutely shocking. Long ball football coming now. Andy coming on. Andy Carroll. Looks like Andy Carroll's coming on.
Probably. And I said that's his plan. I'm sick of watching Steve Bruce, but I'm fucking sick of watching him. When the camera cuts him, he's just pointing his fingers like, how am I? Our PE teachers do that.
It's true. Instead of
I hate
Gay, he
watching
brings on
him.
someone who hasn't scored for 2 years. That's his logic, isn't it?
Like, why is Dwight Gale not coming on the pitch? He's a mile offside there. Why is Dwight Gale not coming on this pitch ahead of Andy Carroll? Oh, honestly, I'm sick of watching them. I think are we away to Arsenal during the week as well?
It's the 18th.
Is that
It's the 9th. We've got them. What's the date today?
Oh, God knows, I'm lost with my dates. It's the 3rd today.
Yes, it's the 8th or the 9th. We've got them next Saturday in the Cup. Then we've got Sheffield United and then Arsenal again. And then I think it was Leeds, then Everton. So other than the Sheffield United one on paper, it's an unbelievably tough run of games.
Oh yeah, I mean, I said this is why we could still be in the shit. We're nowhere near safe for me. He's brought Yedlin off there for Andy Carroll, and then Brendan Rodgers, being clever, has just taken Maddison off to put a centre half on, so just completely counteracting what we're trying to do, which is what a good manager does.
Loving the Geordie accent. Which part of Newcastle are you from? Sounds like Erdington. It's not far from Erdington, to be fair, mate. My family are from my dad's side are from Newcastle. That's why I'm a Newcastle fan. And season ticket holder, so you can get off my back a little bit. But if you know Erdington, you obviously know Birmingham a little bit well. Andy Carroll will solve all our problems. Andy Carroll is not a plan B. Carroll will get fewer touches on the ref. Adam, I can't give you a good reason. It's shocking Gale doesn't come on. How has he tripped? Odds on Sheffield United getting the first win against us, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to watch like it is. It's the same. I feel sorry for some of the players, to be fair, because we've got no direction. Go on, good chance there. Longstaff's got in a decent position and got tripped up. Yellow card. Oh, wow, it's a clinical foul, that like. Oh, let's try and make some of the set piece and just try and make some of the last 10 minutes. I'm trying not to look at the comments for being a minute behind now. And how you feel?
I know, mate.
Come on, we've got to put some quality in here. Go on. Oh. Yes! Get in! Come on!
Lads, it's because we paused the stream. My stream's a little bit behind. So we paused it for me to catch up with Adam, basically. But yeah, I did keep an eye on the comments, so I did see. Hence why I'm not jumping off my chair.
Well, my stream was up to date, and then someone said you should be behind with Carl, so I don't know what to do. Should I go back live or what?
So next time I'll just let Adam. I've got to sort my my stuff out, but yeah, we're a little bit behind.
Shall I go back live then?
Yeah, if you want, mate, that's fine.
Right.
Someone's getting the match is finished. Fuck off, Cam. Oh dear.
To be fair, there's a comment in there where it says you're giving us spoilers, so can you go behind? So I did.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, get up, man. I knew bringing Andy Carroll on would be an absolute master strike from Steve Bruce.
What was it, 81st?
About that, we're on 84 minutes now, so let's try and get a point or something from this. Andy Carroll needed that as well. That's his first goal since he came back.
I was just Steve fucking Bruce, man.
But that's what he'll get credit for it.
No, I don't even know what to say anymore.
He'll get credit for it. What he does, we were just saying, Dwight Gale should be coming on, but it's good to see Carroll get a goal. Criticise him. It's good to see him get a goal. We'll probably shithouse our way to a point, are you?
Has that not changed? That should have changed. Sorry, lads, man. I'm getting used to me new graphics. Calm down. We'll get there. It's changed now. Yeah, Adam's always live. I'm not a Sky customer, so I need to sort it out. To be fair,
I'm on the full super bit of the Sky. If we're ever on BT, watch us and we're both behind because I don't pay for BT.
Yeah.
Come on, Howie. Go on, go on, go on! Oh! Flag went up anyway. Callum Wilson had see if he's offside or not. Yeah, he's offside anyway, even if he had put it away. But if a flick comes in, he should be scoring really, but he was offside. Right call by the linesman. Can we do it? 3 minutes to go. Can we get a point?
This is it, Tony. I can't endorse it, but yeah. I didn't leave to play FIFA. Good shout. My prediction is right so far. I'm watching Newcastle v Arsenal in the FA Cup now. When Vardy declines, Leicester will become mid-table floaters. I don't know about that.
They do need someone to replace Vardy, but Shaw gets caught in the ball. Leicester unlucky not to go 3-1 up. Another great save by Darlow. He hasn't had much to do with it, Darlow, really, though, has he?
No. Where do you think you lot will finish? I think we'll be 14th, 15th at the moment, mate. Interested. We were talking about Liverpool earlier, Tony. Do you think you've got it in you to win the league? I know a lot of fan channels were not completely convinced you might win the title this year. What do you think?
Come on, Howie. Jacob Murphy's looked really sharp since he came on, to be fair.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be a player who's sat on the bench. But again, there's just no one around Wilson.
Where's my pal Brandon? He's a good lad, tries a stick. We don't know, mate. He's travelling around mountains somewhere,
I think
hunting
he's in the
live animals.
Czech Republic today. He's in. He's walking around.
Shit, how are Newcastle losing this? And do you think Liverpool win the league again, or is it too tight? I feel we can, but it's a title challenge. We won't run away with it. Like I said, mate, I was asking you the same thing. I think it's going to be very, very tight. I do think you might come good. I do think Spurs will be up there as well, though.
The thing is with Liverpool, they set such high expectations last year. Oh, what a ball again! Come on! Oh, it's a great ball into 6-yard box by Shelby there after a chip in. There's no one around. It's usually exactly where Callum Wilson is, but he's having to come that deep to get the ball at times. Come on, it's just attack. Come on. Come on.
How long's left?
It's just been 4 minutes added on.
Okay.
I'm not sure how there's 4 minutes when there was 4 minutes the first half, and each team have made different subs this half. It's mad. But we've got 4 minutes to try and salvage a point. They're
Why do
doubling
we
up on
suddenly
Andy.
start playing with this intensity when we're 2-1 down? Couldn't tell you, Ricky. We're going to lose. Decent finish to the game. 3 out of 2 changes look to be good to Steve fucking Bruce. Yeah, that's it, mate. I don't know what to say about him anymore.
I mean, Jacob Murphy should be starting really ahead of Almiron. He really should. He brings more to the games at the minute. You know, when he's been out. I know Carroll scored, but he's been our liveliest player since he come on. And he just seems to sit on the bench every other game.
Yeah.
Credit to Carroll for getting the goal.
Would you like take Milner on a free after he leaves Liverpool, or is he going to go to Leeds? Mate, his work rate's impeccable. It'd be, you know, we wouldn't take someone of that age. It's just how the club is.
I don't think he'd come back up here. He was desperate to get out of here. So
Love the positivity, Lewis. Yeah, Lewis, come on. It's a positive chat here.
Come on.
But I know what you're saying.
Still only 3 minutes to go, and we've just got Wilson up top. Away. Let's get forward, man.
We have to start a game without Joe Linton. League game, it's like playing with 10 men, for fuck's sake. He's got that winning mentality he can bring to Newcastle. That 100%. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think, you know, we don't sign players of that age, unfortunately. Milner won't go to Leeds. If he's not going to go to either of us or Leeds, for example, where could you see him going?
Leicester just killing this game off now, just keeping possession. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, good play by Leicester. To be fair to them, they're just keeping it in the corner, starting to go in the box a bit now. Right, Howard, get the ball back. Come on, a minute and a half here. Get it forward. Let's try and create one fucking chance at the end. Oh, come on.
Get Mickey Quinn on.
Come on. Got to get the ball, mate. Oh, come on, man.
You wouldn't put it past him, Charlie. What does Newcastle need in Jan to push above your expectations? Well, I mean, we're about where we expect to be.
Yeah.
So just shoring up depth at most positions, to be honest, mate.
Absolute. The game pretty much over. We've just given Leicester a free kick in the corner. Daft by Shaw, really, just gone straight in the back of him. Too predictable. Probably overall, though, a fair result. We've only really come to life for the last 7 or 8 minutes. There's a whistle. Full time. 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I think we expected probably to get hammered, in all honesty, previous to this. Any positives for you to take from today, mate?
I don't know if I'm more annoyed because I think Steve Bruce is going to get credit for changing it round because Carroll scored and I don't think he deserves it. We're not setting out right. We're not setting out from the start right. We're giving teams too much respect. We dropped down to 15th now, looking there. We're starting to drop down too far.
Yeah.
I might be being too harsh. Maybe Steve Bruce does need credit for changing it. I don't know. He's not going to get it off me. I thought we were piss poor most of the game. We've scored off an Andy Carroll volley. Great for Andy Carroll. But we haven't done it enough. We've been really... the 2 goals we conceded are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But positives, Andy Carroll got his first goal for me.
Fair enough. As we go, fair play, Leicester. Carroll definitely lifts the lads in terms of work rate, and glad he got a goal. Matty looked okay, and so did Jedi. Fairs. The positive is Andy Carroll's finally got a goal. Happy for him. Yeah, fair enough. I hope Newcastle don't get relegated like them and lot, and they always seem to do Liverpool and favour him times 100%. Andy Carroll. Yeah, we've got the instant match reaction coming up in the next 4 minutes. So stay tuned for that. Myself and Adam will be doing the fan reaction at 4:30. So by all means, come in. Get involved. Let us know how you felt the game went. We'll get you on camera, and we'll be doing that for about half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Don't know. Depends how many people are involved. But thank you again for everyone that dropped in. Thanks for everyone that's donated as well. You've been absolute legends for that. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Class above, Geordie, Sancaster. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as Adam's just said, we really do appreciate it massively. Yeah, it's going to be a struggle against Arsenal. Is it the same stream, Ben? It'll be on the same channel, mate. So we'll finish this and then it'll go live within minutes. So you'll see it pop up, buddy. And then it will be the same for the fan reaction. The fan reaction will be at 4:30. You'll just see it pop up on the same channel. So yeah, anyone that wants to get involved, please do. Again, thank you very much. We will see you in about 20 minutes time. Take it easy.
Cheers, everyone.